There we are. Hello. Hello, Virgil. Glad to see you, as always. Hope everybody's doing well tonight. A little later, because I had things I was doing on the real meat space. But I hope everyone's doing well. Just double checking, making sure everything's working well. Oh, this. Here we go. Okay. Copy. Pin. Paste. Until I say so. I'm back to normal. There we go. Yeah. How you been, Virgil? How you been? I hope you've been well. Okay, so now we can make that full screen. You can pop over here. There we go. Am alive. Well, you're alive, and that's what counts. But I hope you're feeling better than you were those last couple of times I saw you. What is this? Guru. What the fuck? What the fuck is Guru? No more food poisoning. Yay! I don't know what this is. Oh no, that's Guru. That's Twitch Guru. Whoops. I was misreading it because dyslexic. Great. But yeah, we will go ahead and start our stream now proper. We'll get out the trusty book. And we are picking back up with Ed and the boss. Him, whom, and etc. Man, really sucks to come back to work after gaming. Oh, wait, hang on. I almost forgot. We pause that music because it's a little too hardcore while we're doing reading. And we play this, my custom music. Man, it really sucks to come back to work after gaming. Everything is so boring. Gotta compartmentalize that stuff. Either that or look at your life as a series of random encounters, every decision slowly affecting the outcome. Will today be the day you choose some random action that results in your doom? We can never truly know. There's no game with higher stakes than life. Great. I've gone from bored to paralyzed with mortal terror. Sorry, little buddy.
Well, well, well. You two've got some nerves showing your faces around here.
What did we do?
Had a fun time playing Dungeons and Dragons. Without me. Was wanted to for a longish time. So jealous I could almost say a swear. Really dirty one.
I'm sorry, Nina. I did my best with the schedule, but somebody has to run the store. Didn't think so many of you would want to play.
I know you tried. Just excited. It's as close as I'll ever get to being a witch.
Her enthusiasm isn't helping me want to stay in the store at all.
I know, real life sucks, guys. We just have to stay strong. We make it through today, we'll be one step closer to gaming again.
Honestly, that's the best arguments against against unaliving yourself I've heard in a while, too. I never thought I'd say that. It's like saying unaliving, but here I am. Don't want to get hit by the algorithm.
Aw, this life ain't so bad. The work isn't hard, people are just frustrating sometimes.
Sometimes, he says. I don't understand just how entitled people could act until I started here. The whole store might as well be a toilet to half of them. They got no respect for property. Don't even get me started on the thieves. I hate to admit it, but I'm starting to agree with Reggie about them.
As your manager, I feel like I should address your sour attitude. As a human with a working brain, I want to agree. These are the complex issues that keep my job interesting.
What are you thinking about?
A quote that always comes to mind when I sit under a tree. Let us cross over the river and rest under the shade of trees.
Who said that?
Those are the final words of Stonewall Jackson.
The Confederate general?
It was the very same.
Is it just a tragedy playing in your mind all the time?
Honestly, it alternates between tragedy and tits most of the time.
Tragedy and tits, huh? Could be worse, I guess. At least I have the right tools for the job.
You have way more than that. A lot of why I'm drawn to you is you have the positive outlook I don't. I'm not purposely being sad, I just don't know how else to be. So I crave being near your confidence. I love hearing your positivity, your energy. When you tell me things will be fine, it sounds like it might actually be true.
Well, that is very sweet of you to say, and you should believe me when I say stuff, because I am both smart and beautiful.
You are indeed. And every day you reveal more traits worthy of admiration, or of adoration. Also quite a few gross things, some scary stuff. It's been a mixed bag if I'm honest. Mostly sexy, very emotionally validating, but also terrifying mixed bag.
Right back at you, my love. So, who is going ghost hunting with us?
Thomas, who you don't know, and Jolene, I guess.
So, 4 total. Okay, we have enough scientific equipment for everyone.
I could practically hear the quotes as you said that.
I'm open to the idea of an afterlife, but none of this is science by any reasonable standard.
Whatever. Your skepticism will melt when we find some evidence.
We'll see. Nothing else, I know where my towel is.
Oh my. I can tell you're referencing something, but I can't tell if I know what.
The Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy by Douglas Adams. It was a major motion picture that you most likely didn't see in theater. I'll lend you the book. It's better.
Don't be giving me homework, lady. I'm a grown-ass man.
You are indeed. Maybe I'll lend you the audiobook. Or maybe I could read it to you.
Now I can't tell if you're mocking me or doing some kind of librarian-themed flirting.
It can be both. Unlike you, I'm very good at reading between the lines. It's almost time for me to go. You sure don't want a ghost hunt? Oh, I want to, but I really have to catch up on some stuff. If you don't keep my grades up, they'll take my money away. Aw, okay. That would be not good. Very much so. Don't worry, I'll stumble around in the dark with you eventually. That's kind of what we were doing earlier. True, but not in the name of science.
Remember, kids, the difference between goofing around and science is writing it down. Okay. There we go.
Are you sure it's going to be cool if I just show up at this ghost hunting thing with you?
Better ask forgiveness and permission, as they say. Besides, it's not like we haven't asked you before.
Are you gonna tell John about us?
I don't know. If it ever became an issue where he could get in trouble for not telling on us, he'd have plausible deniability. On the other hand, he's my friend, and there's the whole trust thing. Kind of sick of all the secrets at this point. It's like playing the Game of Thrones for an office chair. Still can't believe you got permission to get into Winthrop. That's like a top-tier ghost hunting place.
My mother has known the owner for years. He wants in her pants so bad it's as easy as asking.
Seriously? Gross.
My mom is still pretty young and single, plus she's basically rich. Total package, really.
Kinda wanna meet her now. See how far the apple fell from the tree.
Honestly, it would be more like seeing how far the melons rolled from the patch.
Man, I've wanted to get into this place since I moved out here. It's a real historical landmark. That roof thingy is so cool. And I'll go up in there.
That thingy is called a cupola, and unfortunately, it's off limits. That part of the building isn't structurally sound anymore. We have to keep to the unused portions between the operating businesses and the upper floors. But that section isn't safe.
Oh man, denied. Although, who's gonna know if we take a little peek?
I like you a lot, John, but I'm not ready to die for you just yet.
Why'd you park over here?
Because that door right there is where we get in.
Oh yeah. Guess the front door is gone now.
Actually, this was the main entrance 150 odd years ago. To the hotel portion of the building, at any rate.
I see. I expected it to be more impressive.
After a century and a half of human stupidity, I'd say it's lucky to be here at all.
Well, at least something is left for us to root around inside. Let's get in there and start setting up.
That's no fun. We need to wait for everyone to get here so we have the experience as a team.
Oh, but I want to look now.
It won't be long. We got here a little early. Let's be patient. Hi, guys.
Grabbing a hat!
See? Here's Brooksy.
Where the hell did you come from?
I live right over there. You've been there before. A bunch of times.
That's not what I meant.
Are you sure you have the situational awareness required to catch a ghost?
We don't catch ghosts.
Not with that attitude. Hey, what are you people doing over here? Police station is 1 block over. Try and break in there and they'll be in here in a reasonable amount of time.
Hey, it's cool. We have permission. You can call the owner.
Okay, I will. But only because no one's ever tried that before. Roulette, we're hunting ghosts. We're hardly doing crimes at all. Blue? Is that you? You're hunting ghosts? In our storage space?
You know the crazy lady with the bat?
She's my dungeon mistress.
Right. Well, that explains the bat at least.
Talking about horny things.
Yep.
Okay, why? I thought you guys were squatters or something. Wouldn't be cleaning up cans of shit again.
Is that a big problem?
Doesn't happen a lot, but once it does, you keep your eyes peeled, son. Oh, hey. Alex, right? Haven't seen you in a long time. Most of my old group grew up and quit gaming. Ugh, that hurts my wallet and my soul. The internet says the world is full of man-children, but they aren't coming to my store. Well, commenting on Star Wars lore is a full-time job these days. Ha! No kidding. Makes me wish I could just talk about comics instead of trying to sell them. But that's as may be. Right now, I'm more interested in a ghost hunting business.
Alex got us permission to investigate here.
That must have been a hell of a trick. Bob is kind of an a-hole. Need to learn your secret arts. Mostly it's having a hot mom. Ugh. Much as I'd like a lower rent, I don't think I can inflict that on my mom. Luckily, my mother's radiance allows me to use her charms over long distances.
Ooh.
Here we go.
Hey, I don't mean to interrupt, but did you say you use this place for storage?
Yeah, all the stores in the building do. But where are my manners? Patricia Martingale. But my friends call me Roulette.
John Kepler. My friends only call me John.
But they call you a lot, Shaggy. Get to be friends, I know I will.
Well, wanna ghost with us? Get a head start on becoming BFFs?
Alright, it's not like I had anything better going on. And you said we wouldn't need extra insurance forms. As always, it pays to prepare. I'm a little uncomfortable about this.
Join up together?
Yes.
Oh, it'll be fine.
You know, I'm supposed to be the confident one, and you're the clever one. That's our dynamic. Being cautious isn't my deal. Starting to feel like we're trading places.
We're not trading places. I'm draining your confidence and making it mine, like an emotional vampire.
You're sucking out my confidence, and no more boob access for you.
I've made a huge mistake.
The girls and I are potentially willing to grant access again, if you concede to our demands.
That is so unfair. Got nothing to bargain with except my charm. Plus it's 3 against 1.
2 if you count Volcano.
Believe me, he is of no use in a negotiation. Okay, let's sort this out. First of all, John knows I'm attracted to you. Thinks I should go for it. So clearly doesn't care about the fraternization rules. He's not a danger to us. Plus, he values your work even if you don't get along. You don't need to make a big deal about it, but he's going to catch on eventually regardless. He's not an idiot.
But he is a little slow.
He's above the national average. Your perspective is skewed because of how amazing I am.
Shortly.
Hey, sorry I'm late. Hey guys, sorry I'm late.
Hey!
Patty? What are you doing here?
I thought your friends were vagrants. They invited me to play with you guys.
Oh, okay. Well, I brought Carol, so yeah.
Hi, guys. Oh, wow. So cool you came to hang out with us. Yeah. Thomas finally talked me into it. Hello, I'm Alex. I have a release form for you to sign. Oh, okay, I'm Carol, by the way. Pleasure to meet you.
Oh, dude, you actually got her to come. I did indeed. That's awesome. I'm happy for you, dude. Finally going for it. Yeah.
Hey, is this a private party? Or can someone who doesn't suck join in too?
Booth? What the hell are you doing here?
Well, I want to take Alex to dinner, but I found out she was playing pretend with you goofballs.
That was mostly my fault.
You know what? Fine. As long as you don't screw things up, you're welcome to research with us.
Research, he says. Yeah, I won't spoil your party.
I haven't decided. Reggie, Victoria, you'll need to sign these release forms, but if anyone else shows up, we're going to be in trouble.
Seriously?
Of course not. I'm more prepared than you can possibly imagine. Oh, Jesus. Reggie's coming too? Do you think I should leave?
Nah, he's too dense to notice anything to do with us. Actually, this might be a chance for you two to mend fences. And he respects your work ethic at the very least. Life would be better for everyone if you could learn to get along.
I'm willing to mend fences if it ends up with him firmly on the other side.
Maybe my dream of peace is foolish, but I'll take a strong fence over an open war any day. Yeah, you'll love to see it. Alright. Come on. There we go.
Huh?
Well. Didn't expect to see you again so soon, Tommy boy.
Alright, Patricia.
Oh, come on. Promise not to call you Tommy. Will you stop with the Patricia?
Accept your terms. Roulette, this is Carol Graves. Carol Graves, this is Patricia Martingale. Known to friend and foe alike as Roulette. A nickname that means tiny rule book in the language of our people.
It's shaking, Red. Nice to meet you. Nice to meet you too. I like your bat.
I should probably put this back in the store. I usually try to run off undesirables before calling the law.
Does that happen a lot?
More than it used to, but not too often. Police station is 1 block that way. Helps keep the rabble away.
And yet, here you are.
I'm a rabble rouser, not just rabble. That's an important distinction. Appreciate the usefulness of rabble, but I want them to stay the heck away from my stuff.
Okay, we've got everyone here, plus 3 more besides. Can we please get on with this now?
I suppose we had better before time claims us as well. Ladies and gentlemen, the Winthrop Hotel was, in its day, the hub of commerce for our fair city. 2 men died during construction, but it was completed in 1889 and operated until 1979, a decade shy of 100 years. In that time, there were 6 reported deaths from natural causes. There was also 1 confirmed murder, but rumors of more. There are 125 rooms, although most of them are no longer safe to enter. Please exercise caution. It would be a shame if any of our number were added to the list of casualties.
Arguably, in a few cases.
Whoa.
Here's the squad.
Bet there's lots of cobwebs in there. My brother is petrified of spiders.
These stairs are weirdly steep and shallow. Make me feel off balance.
People were smaller on average a century ago. More like Reggie. Someone your size would have been rare.
I'm big where it counts. Yeah?
In his mind.
Towering intellect is more useful than being tall anyway. I'd trade some of your smarts for being able to shop without a ladder.
I don't mean any offense, Reggie. You just happen to be a convenient example.
It's fine. I know you don't mean anything by it. My height doesn't bother me anyway. I'm not all hung up on it like some people.
Press X to doubt. You don't seem to be very impressed.
I've been here before. Not a big reveal to me.
It's kinda... Oh, wow. It's so high. There's a skylight. This was the reception desk for the hotel. The skylight is comprised of 25-pound blocks of glass.
And those chunks are from the hole in it. One hits you in the head, it's game over. They don't stand on the bleach spot.
Okay. Time to move this sassy child to safety.
I'm in danger.
Safety equipment. That's something I forgot. Wonder how much a helmet cost.
Between $40 to as high as $200 for the best ones.
And expensive for 4 people.
Less than a court cost and funeral.
Convincing argument to be sure.
My father replaces safety gear regularly. I can get you some old ones. They'll be dingy, but still fine for your purposes.
Very kind of you, Reggie. Thank you.
It's nothing.
Nina's dad just throws them out? That's literally true. Even by old standards, this place is built weird. It's so narrow but tall. Almost like a cathedral. So empty. The same kind of feeling. Like someone's watching me.
That's just me. I can't help myself.
No, I'm used to your leering. This is different.
Leering? I don't leer. I gaze with reverent amazement.
You know what? Fair enough. I am very attractive.
Indeed. How could I resist such a beauty such as you? Oh, for fuck's sake. Take some equipment. Pick a room and either make out or look for ghosts. Yes, sir. Sorry about that. Well, we have John's blessing to maul one another. Apparently he's noticed me pining for you all these years.
Watching you flirt with me up close may have also tipped him off.
Yes. I had a rare moment of feeling safe expressing my feelings in earshot of others. It appears I really am losing my edge.
Well, I suppose I am enough to dull even the sharpest of wits.
Yes, I'm very much in favor of this somehow being your fault.
Here, Reggie, since you're not really into this, you can use this old EMF meter.
Are we going to look for faulty wiring?
Well, I suppose you could, but we're looking for ghosts.
Okay. How does this do that?
I don't have a satisfactory answer for that.
Right. Well, I guess I'll see if any of the lamps have a current.
You two seem to have formed a little team. You can use this, spirit box. If we have a box with one, why are we looking still? Don't let the name fool you. It's for finding them, not holding them. Ah, here I thought we were already done. Darn.
Alex, forgot the extension cord for the light.
Oh, damn. Well, I guess we don't really need them.
Well, the outlet on the wall has a current if you want to use it. No ghosts, though.
It's awesome, dude. Well done.
I'm surprised this place has power. I assumed it wouldn't based on my interactions with Bob.
This part of the building's not supposed to. I'll have to ask him about that. There are a few things that aren't up to fire code either.
You have experience with that stuff?
I, picked up a few things here and there.
I guess if we intend to delve in the mysterious world, we should at least introduce ourselves. So, je m'appelle Victoria. Me llamo Jolene, but sometimes people call me Brooksy. Oh, you live with Alex. Oh my god, I'm sorry. All this time I thought you were a kid. I get that a lot. I look young, but I'm almost 21. Seriously, you're like 2 years older than I am. Such is my curse. It'll seem like a blessing when you turn 40 and look 20. In 2 decades, I'll be killing it. I'll wearing my Little Mermaid jammies and drinking box wine from a sippy cup. Oh, why wait? Don't put off a dream like that till then. Live your truth today. You are wise beyond your years. Yes, but not very far beyond them of yours. Not the difference in years that bothers me as much as the dimensions. So, how do we hunt ghosts?
Just turn on the recorder and ask some questions. Remember to leave a pause for the ghost to reply.
It sounds kind of cringy.
It's because it is. But everyone will be doing it, so we won't suffer alone.
So, like, what do I ask?
Who are you? Are you from around here?
Am I hunting ghosts or asking them out?
Well, if anyone could convince the dead to go out with them, it would be you. I'd rather not compete with a ghost for your affections, though.
Wouldn't be much of a competition. The last thing I want is cold hands getting all on me.
Ugh. Try not to be too enticing. Bring up how they died, morbid stuff like that.
Yeah, but that's a real mood killer. Unless it's a goth ghost. You might be into that.
Dating the dead is surprisingly complex.
The spot on the floor is rotten. We should mark it so the others know to avoid it.
Alex has some tape.
It's the only problem I see in this room.
He used to be an inspector or something? How do you know this stuff?
My father is licensed for it. I used to go with him sometimes when I was little. Start to pick up of things after the third rusty nail you step on.
Like the boards and like the board it's stuck in?
Indeed. Our landlord isn't paying attention to the disused parts of this structure. All it would take is an errant wire or feckless squatter to burn this whole thing down on top of your shop. I'm not going to report anything yet. If this isn't dealt with, it could ruin things for every business connected to this place.
Awesome. I don't have to worry about any of this.
Sorry, I didn't intend to add a bunch of stress to your life. This is important. Something happened here and someone got hurt or died. It'll be on us. Tell your landlord he has a week. If he hasn't started repairs after that, I'll be forced to report this.
I understand. And you're right, this has to be done. Bob's lazy and greedy. Won't do anything unless it threatens his wallet. I know how to light a fire under his ass.
Hopefully that'll be the only fire anyone has to worry about.
Fingers crossed. What's your name? Is this where you died? How did you die? did you have a family? Oh my god, this is so embarrassing. How did you ever get into this?
When I was little, I used to spend hours and hours in libraries with my mom. It was a series of paranormal books that almost every library had. I memorized most of the lore. I bought into it for decades, because half of my family believes in wacky stuff. Hate to admit it, but if not for the internet, I'd still be drinking the Kool-Aid.
Why were you in libraries so much?
My mom was studying our genealogy. Traipsed all over the Midwest. Back then, you couldn't just slap a note on a website. You had to actually go places to do work. Libraries, graveyards, museums. I've seen the final resting places of generations of forebears.
Kind of morbid way to spend your childhood, though.
I suppose it had some effect on how I approach life. I like to think of myself as cheerfully nihilistic.
My daddy took us to train museums and fairs. You know, like machinery exhibits and stuff like that.
Your daddy did, huh?
What? Yeah, my father. What of it?
No, it was just funny how you said it the first time. Saw an interview as a little girl. It was cute.
What can I say? I was daddy's little tomboy.
You don't have to say anything. It's goddamn adorable.
Precious. Precious beans all around.
What a pair we are. Mama's boy and daddy's girl. The life's work of some psychologist just waiting to happen.
Never quite get over the stuff that happens to us as kids. We're the ghosts of the people we used to be. Echoes moving forward in time.
This is going to be a weird ghost hunting recording.
We might just keep this one for us.
Is this shelf a good place for the thingy? It seems stable. Perfect. Okay, the shot is framed. Now we can start. Should have stay over there, just in front of the ghost box. I really need to be on camera. No? When I have to look at this later, I'd like someone pretty in frame. Oh, you think I have what it takes to be on camera? Guess I do fit the motif of spooky events. My pallor and hair, people usually think I'm a goth. Your hoodie is too colorful. I thought you were goth adjacent. An astute observation. Goth adjacent is an accurate description of me. On the outside, I'm an enigmatic beauty, while inside, I'm a frolicking woodland creature. I'm a small-side, shy creature inside. Outside, and inside, I'm an even smaller one. I guess it would have to be pretty tiny to hide in you. But even a tiny mouse is dangerous when cornered. You don't underestimate my petite wrath. Le Petite Wrath. That'd be a good name for something. Maybe my autobiography. I expect a signed copy. For some reason, I feel like we'll be old friends by then. Old sassy friends, I hope, with elaborate hats.
This building is weird.
How so?
These walls seem original, but there's signs of a secondary set of wiring. Would have to have been done when the first set was installed. The set that runs all the new stuff is the first one. Why put on a second set for no reason?
Maybe they were planning for a project that never happened?
Maybe. It seems more like a contracting scheme to me.
Scam? How do you figure that?
I'm not sure. Just a hunch, really. I have to look around more. It seems like there's also piping in the wall over there that shouldn't be. All the other plumbing keeps to an obvious plan. Is there any way to get lower down?
Assume so, but I've never looked. We should probably ask Alex if it's okay.
Indeed. Maybe she knows why the building is set up so oddly.
I wouldn't be surprised if she had blueprints.
Alex, is there any way to get to the lower floor from here? A basement, maybe?
Well, down that hall there's a door that goes down to the ground floor, if it's not locked. After that, I'm not sure. There was enough space here for our purposes, so I didn't check.
Why do you want to look in the basement? Did you find something?
I must regretfully report I found no ghost. There's some wiring and plumbing issues I want to check out.
It's actually making it sound way more boring than it is. I want to check it out too.
I need to get some things for my car. I'll be back in a minute.
Find the steps on the way down. You know, I wasn't sure why these guys hung out with you when you rocked up like you were hot shit. I wasn't even sure you were friends at all. I get it now. You're a hell of a hand. Got some walk to back up the talk. That's why they let you stick around, huh? Even though you're a little mouthy.
I have a hard time with people sometimes.
Tell me about it, right? Me and Awesome can make people so jealous. When I was younger, I had to make sure everyone knew how smart I am. I don't know why, but I was relentless about it. It was because my dad never took me seriously. No matter what I did, he never acknowledged anything. Never listened to my ideas. And when the store was going under, he wouldn't listen.
Sounds like my dad. Did he start listening when he got older?
No. He died and I finally got to try things my way. But you know, swings and roundabouts.
I'm sorry to hear that. Like you never got to have your reckoning with him either.
No, it was sudden. A lot of things never got said. Still, it doesn't matter. Wouldn't have changed anything anyway. You don't always get closure, you know?
What do you think he'd say if he saw your store now?
Nothing. He'd never admit I was right. He'd just tell me to keep a closer eye on the Mexicans.
Your father sounded like an ass.
He was. Family suffered for it too. And yet I still miss him.
Can't be helped. Sometimes you just feel how you feel.
Yeah. He died in the shop, you know?
Really? Why aren't we over there trying to talk to him?
I wasn't an official part of this thing. I just tagged along. And it's the only thing I want to hear from him is an apology anyway.
Is that the toolkit?
Yeah, it's my old one from working with my father. A few years old, but still better than most you'll find. More than adequate for wiring and plumbing this old.
Cool. Ugh, I didn't realize you knew so much about that stuff.
Well, if I'm being honest, I'm a bit rusty, but so are the pipes, so maybe we'll even out.
You sure you know what you're doing?
Listen, if I happen to electrocute myself, feel free to try to contact me with your voltage meter or whatever. Alex, do you know when this building was wired for electricity?
Not the exact date, but it would have been just after 1938 or so. Most structures were wired by that time in this area.
After Prohibition ended?
Yes, by a few years in fact. Why do you ask?
Just trying to think of reasons for a redundant electrical line.
There may have been a speakeasy hidden on the premises, but it would have had gas lights. The tunnels to the brothel are verified, so secret areas may exist regardless. The hotel closed in the 70s, and at that time no one cared enough to look any closer. They filled in most of the tunnels as well, what I can only assume was an effort to completely shit on the concept of history itself.
Yeah, some people be that way. We're probably worried about the street falling in.
Those tunnels lasted for decades. They could have been saved, restored. Well, we can't fix that. But I, for one, am still curious about this extra wiring thing.
Indeed. We should get back to that.
Man, I'm really curious about it too now. Maybe we should go with them.
Maybe, since he has actual evidence, and we're asking questions we can't hear the answers to. I can't think of any more questions. I'm kind of bored. What else can we do? We could take pictures. Ooh, spirit photography. Good idea. Like in that one game where you take ghost photos so they don't get you. It really is. You never save her from ghosts when you have a camera in your hand. Never caught a ghost on camera, I take it? I have, if by ghost you mean spirit orb, and by spirit orb you mean speck of dust. I can't help but notice that for someone who hunts ghosts, you don't seem to buy into the lore. How did you end up doing this as a hobby? My friend John, with the black hair, really wanted to. He talked Thomas with the sideburns into coming with. But Thomas always explains everything with logicalness. After you think about it, it kind of changes things. But he also says he really wants to be wrong. I do too. So we keep doing it. It would definitely be cool to be the first person to get real ghost evidence. I can also see it getting a little boring after a while. I think maybe that's why the boys brought big titty girls with them this time. I didn't even notice. My brother ended up with one as well, you know. Not even the one he was after. Yeah, that whole thing. Surprising. Brother has a unique talent for not being what people expect. Not even me. It's a quality I love in him very much. Huh. Yeah, it's cool. My brother has always been weak. Like me. Takes after my mother's side of the family. Puts up a convincing front. But he's always been cowardly and clumsy. In spite of that, when we were little, he got beaten up defending me from bullies. Somewhere under all his bluster, my brother has a good heart. Probably not gold, but I prefer silver anyway. Of course, if you tell him I said any of this, I will deny every word of it. Would you even believe if I did? No, probably not. Well, maybe deep down. But my family is adversarial even at the best of times. We sort of express love by trying to break each other down. That sounds subprime. I'm sure. As normal as breathing for us, though. I don't really have a family now. My dad died and my mom disowned me. That's terrible. Why did she do such an awful thing? I'm kinda gay. I see. Hard to imagine that sort of thinking still exists, and yet here we are. I can't really fix that. But I have always wanted a sister. If you want to make a family from random people. I have been! Going really well so far. This hotel is really neat. It's so odd. I wonder why it was built this way.
Styles of the time, probably. Alex probably knows for sure.
Kind of weird hearing you say that. Usually just seem to know stuff.
That's the problem with being a jack of all trades. My knowledge fails once you go past the surface level.
Don't you usually just make shit up when that happens?
Only if it's useful to my goals, or I find it amusing in some way.
You really can't resist a joke, can you?
Especially when I know I shouldn't. It just makes it funnier. A lot of people, you, of all people, should know that by now.
I suppose so. But it's hard to pretend I don't like it now.
Makes me wonder why you resisted my charms for so long.
'Cause I needed my job more than I wanted you.
Change your mind.
At some point, I realized I wanted you more.
Hey. It's nice to hear you say that. Honestly feels like a dream sometimes.
Do you ever wish we'd gotten together sooner?
Definitely. But I don't think we could have. Those years we spent sort of orbiting each other. I don't know how to say it exactly. Feels like it had to happen that way.
Maybe so. Still, I wish we could have shaved a year off or something.
Oh, indeed. But it's kind of fun playing catch-up.
This light switch doesn't work. Must be on the main power line. Makes sense. No one's been down here in ages. Strange how little dust there is.
Guess being sealed away kept things dry and clean. Seeing is a lot lower down here. Kinda claustrophobic.
The floor looks almost new. This is impressive work.
How so?
Concrete breaks down over time. For a building this old, the floor is in really nice shape. I don't think it's original. It's the nicest cement work I've ever seen. Won't even impress my father.
Very smooth. That why it's so good?
Part of it, certainly. Plus, there's no cracks visible anywhere. Cement always cracks as it cures over time. The better you balance the mix based on the environment, the longer it takes. Whoever poured this did amazing work. Even if the first pour was bad, this overcompensates a lot. The basement of my store
is part of the original foundation. Looks terrible, but not so bad it needs fixing. This must have been done for some other reason.
Doesn't make any sense. Why even bother with it? I run a separate power line.
Must be something we aren't thinking of.
It's going to annoy me for weeks. Probably something obvious. Like a power line someone forgot to unhook. Something like this would be expensive. There's got to be a record of it.
Wasn't on Alex's list of stuff, which doesn't bode well for a cool mystery hunt. How boring. I thought I was finally gonna get my Scooby-Doo moment.
There you are. Having any luck with your investigation?
Can you think of any reason they might have replaced this floor? We've hit a dead end, so to speak.
There's no record of it being necessary. But some renovations were done just before an owner disappeared. A large sum of money went missing as well.
Disappeared?
In the 60s, the owner at the time just vanished. And I mean vanished. He took nothing apart from several $1,000s. Not even his clothes.
Awesome! Mystery back on, baby!
No, mystery not back on. It's the run-of-the-mill scam. Took the extra money after having some work done, then farted off to Mexico or whatever.
What about the extra power line?
I don't know, it's probably nothing.
Probably, but not for sure.
Well, I mean, you could try to figure out where it's going at least. It'll be way faster if Thomas helps.
Yo! You two fucking fucks. Fuck. I'm certainly expressing the first year of the word. Well, hello, Reina and Raiders. Jesus fucking Christ. Welcome on in, everybody. My name is That One Comic Guy, aka Comic. Your resident lich here at the Endless Archive. I read comics, I do a bit of voice acting, and I I play video games occasionally, often badly. Welcome on in, everyone. Jeez, Reina. It's so sweet of you. Thank you so much. But yeah, if you all need to get up, go get some water, stretch, do all that self-care jazz. If you haven't taken any of your meds, take them, please. Take care of yourselves. It's important to take care of yourselves. Even if you feel you don't deserve it, you do. Please. How's everyone doing? Let's get some shout outs. Reina the Mouse. I think I did that right. And shout out. The mouse. There we go. Oh, some of your Arma playthrough. Man, Arma is one of those games that, like, one of my friends has played it before. I've been meaning to get into it just because it looks like an interesting game to play, but I've never had a squad to really squad it up with. Wow.
So everything went from mediocre to like bad, but manageable.
How to raid and run, but adore your face and have a good stream. No worries if you need to raid and run, hun. Go for it. Take care of yourself. Do the things that need doing. I know both of us can get kind of busy for before and after streams. But yeah, take care. Lots of hugs and good vibes. All right. So yeah, for those of you who are still here, we're reading a wonderful little slice of life webcomic called Between Failures. It's one of my old favorites. I still come back to it every now and then. I'm rereading it because we are currently recording the VODs so I can properly post them on YouTube. That I've been uploading my VODs to YouTube in the meanwhile. So yeah. Okay. So we are going to continue where we left off, and I hope everyone has a lovely rest of your days while you're here.
What about the extra power line?
I don't know, it's probably nothing.
Probably, but not for sure.
Well, I mean, we could try to figure out where it's going at least. But it'll be way faster if Thomas helps. He knows a little about these things.
Alright, I'll go get him.
Later.
So, did you guys figure anything out?
The best I can say is the power line is in the wall just above here.
Honestly, Reggie knows way more about this than me.
So, we all wandered down here for nothing. We had fun. We had fun. That's something, right? Sort of.
I just don't get it. This was done normally. The line should run down here, down right here.
Doom. Doom.
I really hope that wasn't just my imagination. You all just heard that, right?
It's hollow.
Aren't all walls hollow behind drywall?
Not like that.
Secret door! Like for reals? No way. Fascinating.
Oh. Why are you yelling at me, OneDrive? I never fucking use you. Piss off.
Fascinating. Holy shit! This is awesome! I've got a sledgehammer in the shop. Let's get in there.
Whoa, 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 whoa. 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 We can't just go smashing walls. If it's really a secret door, there'll be a knob of some sort. Keep the sledgehammer in mind, though.
Wall moves a bit when I push it. I can slip my hand behind the stud. There must be a release nearby.
Click, creak. Stairs. Behind us, a real secret door. Reggie, you just set the bar really fucking high for the next time we do this.
Alright, come on! Let's go see what's down there, guys!
Pump the brakes, Sonic. We don't know if it's safe. It smells faintly of mold. Could be dangerous.
Oh, come on. A little mold never hurt anyone.
No, he's right. I've got some rags in my kit. Should cover our mouths at least.
Look at this, nerd. Hey, Crimson. Hope everyone's doing well. Hope you're doing well, Crim.
Great, I've gone from having no dad to having two boring ones.
Alex, is there any chance this basement was part of the original plans?
It's very unlikely.
I'm very tired. Aw, I'm sorry, bud. Well, if you're down for something later, we can always just like vibe in a call or something and shoot the shit. Maybe do some like Helldivers or something. I'm always down. But otherwise, I'm alright. Yeah, I'm glad. I'm glad. Lots of hugs to my favorite femboy orc.
It's very unlikely. The actual cellars for the hotel are under the old dairy. My shop was part of that. They're too gross to store things in now.
I got work tomorrow, plus the weather, and got to be available for call out stuff if available. That's understandable, yeah. But if you need some time to vibe and you just want some company, the offer stands. There's no expiration date on it. There's no chance someone could be down there, right?
I can't see how. I'll have to go in undisturbed this long.
Appreciate it, man. Yeah, of course. Like, I'm underneath all of this, like, horny bluster. Like, I still consider a lot of you people my friends, and I want you to be okay. That's all I really want.
Well, just go carefully. Besides, it's 8 of us anyways.
This is your show now, Reggie. Nope, that wasn't the right voice. This is your show now, Reggie. You and Patty should take the lead.
Yeah, of course. Let's go.
And it's a good thing this isn't Star Trek. You'd be fucked right now.
The red shirts. Get it? The red shirts!
Doesn't seem like anyone has been down here in a very long time.
Poster's so old, the tape is crusty. Wonder what was on it. Stuff about nuclear fallout? It's a weird thing to have a poster of.
Not if you have a secret bomb shelter.
Of course! Fear of nuclear war was common in the 60s. The owner at that time must have had it built before he went missing. Wait a minute. That guy went missing. Is there a chance he could still be here? I guess, if he was incredibly discreet. Seems more likely he died down here somehow.
Well, I don't want to alarm you all, but either way, he left the lights on.
If we get murdered by a crazy vault hermit, I want you guys to know. I deeply regret coming here.
Hello? Anybody down here? Oh, the hallway is clear.
I guess we should start checking doors.
You know, I own a bat and a gun. I'm feeling pretty stupid for not bringing either. This is the exact sort of scenario they'd be great for.
Can you guys hear that?
Voices.
In a far room?
Question? How could there be voices? Nobody's been down here for ages. We've been leaving footprints in the dust, and ours are the only ones. I think it's a radio?
Fantastic. Gonna get murdered to the tune of a used car sale.
I don't think anyone's in there.
I'm gonna take a quick peek. If something happens to me. No, if something happens, avenge me.
No promises.
I hate you. Desiccated corpse.
Come again?
There's a desiccated corpse in there, sitting right across from the door. Like in a horror movie.
Wow. Alright. Are you okay? You look a little pale, dude.
It's okay. Just like startled me. Never seen anything like that in real life. This wasn't real for me until right now. I just need a minute, you know?
Did I hear that right? There's a dead guy sitting in there? So it would seem. Probably that guy Alex mentioned. So what now? Call the police? No, not yet. This is a once-in-a-lifetime experience. As soon as we call someone, it's over. He's been dead there for decades. Another hour isn't gonna change anything. We've got one shot to document and explore. We could walk away now, or we could put on gloves from Reddy's kit, get everyone a camera, and carefully search every inch of this place. But we all have to agree that we have to choose now.
A historical find like this can't be left to the police. Not in this town. I want a chance to look around on my own. I don't see any harm in it. Nor I. If not for my brother's weird skill set, nobody'd know about any of this. As long as we don't mess with the body, I say we keep looking. Yeah, it's our time down here.
The Goonies. What do you think, Reggie? If you want out, we'll pack it in.
Get me a camera.
Shortly?
This place is amazing. Wouldn't be the best life, but could survive a long time.
Yeah, the whole room of old army food. Shelves full of water jugs and medicine, and tons of alcohol too. Good stuff even. Really, we should take it. In fact, we should take anything valuable.
Come again? Seems kinda iffy. Why do you think so?
Well, anything of value would go to the next of kin, except Ronald Mayers, the body in there, doesn't have any. His only son died in a car wreck shortly before he went missing. His wife sold the hotel and remarried. Next in line is Bob, the current owner, who is an ass and doesn't deserve any of it. If not him, it defaults to the state, and they'll just piss it away, or it will end up in an evidence locker and conveniently disappear later. In my opinion, we're the only ones who earned it. I think she's right. You remember what a D-bag Bob is, right, Thomas? His rent's too high, but he never fixes anything. On the off chance he does a bad job. Or hire someone who does. Why should he get a bonus for something we found?
Doesn't matter what I think of Bob. What matters is the law if we get caught. Yeah, but who's gonna tell, dude? I mean, Reggie is down here for this. It's down for this, right?
As far as I'm concerned, everything down here is mine.
Reggie, you don't even drink.
Irrelevant. This whole thing would have sat down here unnoticed till doomsday if not for me. The only important thing is that corpse gets a proper burial. Anything else is fair game.
Oh my god. We're all gonna end up in jail. You don't really need the water or the MREs, do you?
No, just the liquor. There doesn't appear to be anything else of value other than historical here.
Is there some place you can take it?
The library has a storm cellar, not unlike this at one, actually.
Huh. Okay. Load it in my car and take it there. Carol, you go with her.
Yes, sir.
Patty, is that stupid duster your dad used still in the store?
Yeah?
Okay, go get it. Before any of you leave, come back here. There's one room left to check, and everyone needs to be here. Shortly? Alright, this is the only room we haven't searched. Since the body's in here, I'm going in alone. There's a fresh video card in the camera. Joe, if you don't want to film this, give the camera to someone else.
I can do it.
Okay, and if you don't want to look, that's fine. Once you see this, you'll never be able to unsee it. I just think we should all be here for this. So, okay. Here we go.
I looked under chairs, I looked under tables, tried to find the key to 50 million fables. They call me the sinker, I've been searching low and high. I won't get to what I'm after till the day I die.
I don't know what song that is. I should look that up. I think he killed himself. There's a bottle of pills. Nearly empty bottle of whiskey.
What's in his hand? Can you tell?
It's like a photograph. Of a little boy. Your boy. Not much point in having a bomb shelter. The ones you want to save are already gone. Huh.
Dude, turn off the radio. It's creepy.
Yeah, alright. I hate to turn it all the way off. It might never turn on again.
How has it stayed on for so long? Wait, weren't the lights on when we came down here too? How's that possible?
What ruins light bulbs isn't being used. It's being turned on and off. At least for some kinds. I guess a good radio just keeps working too. I mean, it's entirely possible, yeah.
So, this guy's been down here, dead, just listening to classic rock for 40 years? No. KGRV changed formats a few times. It was modern rock when he died. In this, we see the mercy of the grave.
It's crazy when you think about it. He's been under everyone's feet all this time.
Is there a note or anything?
No, I don't think so. Maybe he didn't intend to die. Then again, why leave a note if nobody knows where you are?
Maybe he didn't want to be found.
I guess we'll never know what his intentions were for certain. Unless he stuck a note somewhere I can't see.
We need to keep filming stuff. I think I got it all, and I don't like the smell.
Of course. I'm sorry, Joe. I got distracted by everything. We need to get out and clean up. Dump the data into Alex's laptop, please. We don't want to lose it.
Right. May I come in and look around?
Sure. No more than 2 of us should be in here at a time. It'll be too easy to disturb our host.
Believe me, it's the last thing I want to do. Don't want to appear callous or mercenary, but is there anything we need to liberate from this room?
Believe me, I understand. Dealt with this place's landlord too. I don't relish the idea of capitalizing on this find. That said, can't do anything about it in here. It would look weird if any of this stuff was missing. I know he'll sell the radio player and whatnot. You might be able to talk him into donating these books, though.
That's a shame, but I think you're right.
If we're lucky, he might at least let you document all of this.
It's the best we can hope for at this point, I guess.
Huh. Appears to be a mini-safe behind these books.
Damn, that's irritating. Bob's gonna have all the time he needs to get in there.
Well, this is a programmable lock. You can set it to any number you want. We might be able to guess it.
Oh, people tend to choose important dates, birthdays and such.
That's a solid guess. Do you know any?
No, but I have a library full of the history of this town.
That would do it.
goddamn right it would.
Hey, you doing alright, dude? You've been kinda quiet.
I'm fine. Why wouldn't I be? I'm just thinking.
Yeah, this is pretty nuts, huh? Once this gets out, it's gonna be real news. We're probably gonna get interviewed and everything.
Huh. Yeah, I guess so.
I know you're not really into this stuff, but it'd be cool if you mentioned our website. I mean, you don't have to.
What is it? I wouldn't even have come if you guys weren't playing Ghostbusters anyway.
On the way to the library.
So, this was the first time hunting ghosts for the both of you too? Yeah, I kind of took over the logistics, but they were basically just trespassing before. I just happened to be at my store late. I'm really glad I stuck around. This has been amazing. Indeed. Even knowing the history of the location, this was a shock to say the least. No argument here. Reggie having hidden skills was shocking enough. Finding a secret bunker with a mummy in it took it to a whole nother level. As far as finding bodies goes, it's better than finding a fresh one. You have a lot of experience with finding bodies? Enough to know this is better, at least. Well, I don't want to make a habit of it. This one time is enough for me. It's statistically unlikely for you to be involved in a similar occurrence. Fine by me. I welcome the loving embrace of statistics.
Ooh. And then we'll just post this again. There we go. We're just taking care of some stuff real quick. There we go. Oh, wait, hang on. What the hell? There we go. That's better. Just double checking a bunch of shit. Making sure it's all spick, span, neat, tidy, and trim. There we are. Alright, everything's sorted with the storage room. Nobody's gonna pay any attention to it. All that's left is maybe opening the safe. Dude, I have to work tomorrow. I want to stay, but I mean, once the cops show up, it could be a whole thing. Can't stay here for another 4 hours. Don't worry about it, dude. I'll take care of it. I know. I just wanted to hear you say it.
John, I need to ask a favor.
What do you need, dude?
I feel like I need to be here when the authorities arrive. However, my sister works tomorrow.
Needs a ride home? No problem, dude.
Hey, do I get to say in this?
Of course, but you know I'm right.
I always manage to sound wrong, even when you're right.
I don't know. I probably inherited it from Mom.
As much as I hate to admit it, I need to leave. Sorry for escaping before the end of the adventure. I need to stay because my godfather is a policeman. I'm gonna call him so it'll be safe for us. That's handy and wise. Anyway, this was fun. Call me next time. I'll come prepared. I will!
Oh, look at you. You made a friend.
Quiet, you. This is an achievement for Joe.
And here's a team I never expected to be left with.
I never expected any of this. All I wanted was to impress Alex.
Mission fucking accomplished, dude.
Yeah, it's kind of surprising she isn't on your dick even now. Frankly, I'm even a little turned on.
If you've got cake hidden somewhere for her, you're gonna need condoms when she gets back.
Well, I don't know if that's true. We haven't even had an official date yet. Doesn't seem passionate in that way.
Still waters, dude.
I don't know her that well, but Alex was fired up earlier. He's totally down with whatever you want to call this petty larceny we're doing. You can sense the energy she keeps bottled up most of the time, like rising up.
You really think so?
She put her bangs up. She put her bangs up. That's like going Super Saiyan for her. Or at least activating the Kaioken.
Nerdy references are nerdy references.
You seem melancholy. Is something wrong? Wasn't this a dream adventure or whatever?
Yeah, no, it was great. It's just, like, that's the best it's ever gonna be. We peaked. Plus, Alex set it up. Your brother did the actual finding. It's like I'm a side character in my own life. Kind of thought I'd get to be the hero of my hobby.
Being the protagonist isn't all that great. The best stuff happens to you, but only after the worst stuff happens first.
Ads. Do all that shit. Please take care of yourselves. Get some water. Stretch. Take your meds if you haven't. But if you want to escape ad hell, please by all means.
Being the protagonist isn't all that great. The best stuff happens to you only after the worst stuff happens first. Your mom gets shot in the forest. Your estranged father cuts off your fapping hand. Your girlfriend sucks 37 non-consecutive dicks. Being the supporting cast is way better. Unless you're a hero's girlfriend, then you get murdered or easy character motivation. They find you stuffed in a refrigerator and vow to exact revenge.
You and I haven't been watching the same shows.
You've seen it, you just don't recall because it's so ingrained in storytelling. Over time, fiction trains us to ignore or expect outcomes that don't align with lived experiences. It becomes cultural shorthand to help expedite a narrative.
Are you the same girl I met dressed up as a green wolf?
That's just one aspect of my personality.
I guess you must be a protagonist then, because your aspect is more interesting than my entire personality.
Welcome back, everybody who is stuck in ad hell. We apologize once again for the ads here at the archive, but please know they do support us and the content we provide. But if you would like to escape ad hell, please consider subscribing if you are able. But only if you're able.
I may have interesting hobbies, but I'm not a protagonist. Yet, anyway. My family casts a long shadow, and I'm not sure how to escape it.
I don't really have a family. Not anymore. I've been on my own for a long time, making my way by myself.
Really? Doesn't sound like the story of supporting cast. Maybe we just met in your second act.
Honestly, kinda lost track of your metaphor. Maybe so.
Honestly, hopefully you'll have some sort of life-altering epiphany soon that leads you into Act 3.
I can see why you and Joe got along so well. You guys talk in a similar kind of way.
The language of the exceptional. Precisely conveying meaning that other people lack the vocabulary to follow.
And now I can hear a bit of your brother.
No, you're hearing our mother filtered through us. I assure you it's more pleasant after it gets diluted a little.
If your brother's anything to go by, I don't want a pure shot of it.
I wouldn't worry about it anyway. You'll probably never meet my mother. Oh, hey, turn left up there.
Wait a minute. I know this street. You guys live in Murder House?
Murder House? No murders have ever taken place here.
We just call it that because it looks like murders should happen here.
Murder House! Yes, indeed. We've arrived at Murder House. Welcome on in, Jackie.
Well, as much as I'd like to sit here going over the concept of not judging a book by its cover, I have to serve pizza in front of creepy robots tomorrow. So, thanks for the ride.
No problem. Anything to score points with your brother, right?
Indeed. And from one ancillary character to another, don't stress your place in the story. We all have our parts to play. Unpleasant dreams.
Maybe being a supporting cast isn't so bad after all.
What are the odds of being in 2 secret bunkers in one night? Honestly, I have no earthly idea. Although this one isn't a secret as such. Well, it's amazing anyway. Practically an apartment.
Hell, this place is better than mine. Ever consider renting it out?
No. I have let friends use it while they're between places, but never charged for it.
Well, you and I need to become better friends. Because my place is expensive and a shithole by comparison.
If you genuinely need a place to stay while you look for new accommodations, I can certainly arrange it. However, anything longer than a week would require some paperwork.
I was just joking. Mostly.
How neat would it be to live in a library, though? All that history right there all the time. Books smell all around you. It's nice to hear someone talk about the library with such reverence. Most people don't have any respect for them these days. Ah, here we go. This is the file I needed. Let's head back.
Yeah, most people don't. Libraries are important.
What up, bitches? We're back.
And I have the files we need. Bitches?
That is a strangely aggressive greeting.
I'm sorry, I'm excited for mystery.
I was trying to match her energy.
Well, it's fine. We cleaned everything up. All that's left now is the safe.
Gonna be such a letdown when it's just tax papers or something boring.
That's assuming we get it open at all.
At least we have that bitter disappointment to look forward to. Okay, where are we gonna start with this?
I've given it some thought. I think his son's birthday is the best guess.
I was thinking the same thing. Let's try. Click, click, click. Damn, still locked.
That's disappointing. Okay, let's try the rest of my list. Maybe we'll get lucky.
Several tries later. Damn.
That sucks. Really thought we had a shot at this. Maybe we just aren't thinking of something. Maybe we're too focused on the dates.
Try changing the numbers around. Maybe he went day before month. Some kind of European chuckle fuck.
Ah, good point. That wasn't as common back then. That wasn't as uncommon back then.
Alright, I'll try it. But don't get your clank.
Oh my god, it worked!
You're not gonna believe this.
What?
There's a smaller safe inside this one. It's a Matryoshka of safes.
That's absolutely fantastic. Well, at least we can take it with us.
It's just a common fire safe. I should be able to pick the lock given time.
Oh, really? That's perfect. Gather it up and let's get out of here. Being in the same room as this corpse is trying even my love of historic artifacts.
Did I hear that right? There was another safe inside the first one?
Yes, here it is in fact. My parents double up on safes too. Our baby pictures are in a fire safe. Well, we can open this at our leisure. So, all that's left is alerting the authorities. I'll call my godfather. He's on patrol tonight. Thomas, the police are on the way.
There was a little box of pictures behind the other safe. Wonder if there's anyone left who cares what happens to them.
The lady might still be alive. We should ask Alex. If she doesn't know, I bet she could find out.
Everything this family ever was has been reduced to a box of paper. Frozen moments can't truly know. It's sobering.
Things end, Thomas. We're given some time, but eventually, return to the dust we came from.
Apparently our guy here didn't get the memo.
I think it's safe to say he's working on it, babe. God grant peace to the soul who found none in life. Guide them to their rest and grant them your mercy. For yours in the glory and power eternal. Amen.
Prayer.
Old habits, babe. Besides, it never hurts to cover your bases. I don't want a vengeful spirit following us home.
Yeah, I guess the living are vengeful enough.
You certainly don't need spiritual assistance.
Alright, people. This is where the rubber meets the road. The way I see it, Alex, Brooksy, Reggie, and myself are the only ones who have to stay. So now's the final chance to escape.
No, right. No way. Reggie and I were a team. I want to tell the cops how awesome it was to watch him work. Honestly, I'd rather not give a statement if it's all the same to everyone. How about I get us some drinks or something? Good idea. This could drag on for a bit. You should have opened some of that whiskey. Would have taken the edge off of us.
In my experience, you're better with your edge on. Reggie, a lot of this falls on you. Clever enough to know how to do this. Stick to relevant facts.
Right. I'll just tell them pertinent information. That's it.
Good man. As for you,
What? I know what to do. I'm a dungeon master. There's one thing I know, it's how to tell a story.
just be sure to not get carried away. In a real life, a party life has consequences.
Alright. Stick to the facts.
The next few hours were a bit tedious, but we really didn't have any reason to worry in retrospect. The local police tromped around without much concern. After all, it was an obvious suicide. Nobody paid much attention to anything but the corpse. The fact that it was hidden in a bunker for decades barely seemed to matter. Any evidence of our petty theft was erased by their complacence. Brooksy's godfather was amusing. In my professional opinion, this is a tragedy. In my unprofessional opinion,
This is the coolest suicide scene I've ever worked. Shit like this is why I became a cop.
Reggie impressed everyone with his expertise. He was confident, matter of fact, and thorough. So thorough, in fact, that we all started to tune out, which is a fantastic way to make people even less engaged. Patty became Reggie's hype man, adding to his points, but not embellishing, though she also employed some elements of distraction. Boobs, cleavage even. Joe spoke when spoken to.
A man who kills a man kills a man. A man who kills himself kills all men. As far as he's concerned, he's wiped out the world.
Mostly in vague quotations, as is her fashion when nervous. Alexandria put all the information the police might need in a folder and presented it to them. They didn't even ask about our footage. Not that anyone mentioned it in the first place. I gave them any information about the group Alex didn't know. She already had all the permissions and whatnot. I still dropped a few goofy ghost hunting theories in passing, so they wouldn't take me seriously. It was almost 2 a.m. by the time it was all said and done. The story was far from over for all of us. Alexandria, having connections within the community, took care of alerting the press, became the de facto media manager for the group. Once Jessica found out about everything, she meticulously edited our footage. James updated our website and posted it all in the relevant places. I met the local news crew at the hotel and everyone got interviewed. But they only used clips of Reggie explaining how he found the bunker, and the panning shot of the group that lingered on the girls. To his credit, Reggie managed to share the group details in a way that was too difficult to edit out. After a couple of days, we finally went back to being nobodies again.
A podcast reached out for an interview. Interested?
Yes? I mean, if it's about ghosts, I'm not going to have much to say.
It's about urban exploration, actually.
What the hell is urban exploration?
Trespassing, except you film it.
God, people are stupid.
Hey, Reggie, what's wrong? You having a bad day?
Oh, hello, Patricia. Not really, I guess.
He's irritated with reporters is what's wrong, and he's in a bit of a mood over it.
Not a bit of a mood, I'm justifiably angry. They edit things to make people look stupid. That report made us look like a bunch of crazy nerds. He solved a 40-year-old mystery. I think we earned some respect.
Hearing it put that way kind of puts me in a mood too, honestly.
All I'm saying is there needs to be some journalistic integrity. This kind of thing really makes people lose respect for the media. You can't trust them to get the little things right. How are you supposed to trust them on the big ones? Some kid from the high school wrote a better piece than the actual paper. He was attentive, took notes, asked great questions, unlike the guy from the Sentry.
Coach Palin runs a tight ship in his class. I learned a lot from him. He worked for the school paper too? He must have been the year after I left. He's the best teacher.
I really want to rip on you guys for being nerds. I kind of wish I took his class. In any case, we did something no one else could do in 4 decades, me in particular. It would be nice to get some recognition. Recognition that doesn't come with people implying you're just a nerd who got lucky.
Well, history will remember our discovery, highlighting your contribution in particular, and I intend to see to that. The news may shape opinion in the short term, but historians get the final word.
That's fantastic, but I'm more concerned with the here and now.
Take it from me, kid. Sometimes life makes you wait for the good stuff.
I'm not going to wait around for life. I'll bend it to my will, mark my words. Waiting for success is the arena of lesser men, not those like me.
Fair enough. That kind of talk, I can't help but root for you.
Stick with me. I'll lead us to wealth and fame.
Or ruin, if the past is any justification.
Must you interject while I'm trying to inspire?
Must I? No. I do it as an act of sisterly devotion, to keep you from raising your expectations higher than you can handle.
As the younger sibling,
Can it, Reginald? You've been waiting too long already. Hurry up. Can we consider things canned, Reginald?
I guess. Now what are we doing here? Watching Thomas struggle with a padlock for an hour?
Opened it just after I got here. We were waiting for you, out of respect.
Oh, well, I appreciate that.
Don't keep us in suspense, Thomas. What's in the box? What's in the box?
Alright, guys, let's prepare to be disappointed. Well, I'll be damned. It's actually gold. Very funny, dude. Seriously, what's in there? Dude, I'm serious. This little gold thingy's on cards. See?
Oh, wow. It's a gram of gold. How much is this worth? Does anyone know? A gram is worth a little less than $100. Thomas, how many are there?
There's like 20 of them or so.
So, what are we gonna do with this stuff?
Well, I mean, divide it between us and keep it, right?
I think I should decide what we do. It's not the main reason I got it found at all.
Okay then, Sherlock. What do you think we should do?
We should do what Thomas said.
Well, I, for one, am glad we consulted the expert. Don't be nice to your brother. He just wants to feel involved. It's cute. You're getting quite a fan club, Reggie.
Of course I am. My excellence shines through everything. My excellence shines through in everything I do. Sometimes with actual fire.
What? Did I hear that right?
A joke at your own expense. That's a new one.
What? I can laugh at myself from time to time.
Historically inaccurate. Apparently I'm missing some of this backstory, because I don't get what's so funny. Nor I, but I'm keen to find out.
Dude, is there anything else in the safe? Yeah, some random coins. They appear to be actual silver, not just silver coated. There's some papers, photos, marbles, some Cracker Jack toys, baseball cards, and what appears to be a wedding ring.
Oh, dibs. I call dibs.
I hesitate to ask, but why would you want a wedding ring, Reggie?
Gold is generic. Anyone can get a little square of it. No one could tell them apart. But that's a woman's ring. They lost a son, and she left him at the lowest point in his life. That's personal. That means something. That's a trophy worth keeping. And I want it.
It's got my vote.
Seeing as no one else seems to object, I can't think of a good reason for you not to have this.
Even though the rest of the world doesn't care, I'll keep this as a way to pass down the story to my kin.
Well, there certainly seem to be willing volunteers to start a family with you all of a sudden.
Ear plushies. There's more than enough random things for us to each have one to pass down. I'm partial to this coin myself. It's just over 100 years old. Wonder what stories it could tell.
Well, for 40 years, it's been in a box.
Yes, quite so. Anyway, you should all look over this stuff. If this is a keepsake you want, have it. Patty, you still do online auctions?
Yeah, all the time.
Okay. After everyone's done, I trust you to sell off anything not of historical value. Just keep a record of it all. We can divide up the proceeds later.
What's gonna happen to the body? Does anyone know?
Body? Well, I expect... Huh. Alex, wanna take a swing at this one?
I don't need to, actually. Reggie and John claimed the remains and had them cremated.
It was only $400 since we didn't buy a casket. Nope, Excuse me. Had to clear my throat. It was only $400 since we didn't buy a casket. We moved up the cremation because we offered to pay for it. We were just gonna ask if you guys wanted to chip in, but it was kind of a spur of the moment thing.
It occurred to me that he would end up in a potter's field otherwise. Then we owed him some kind of burial or something.
Don't graves cost thousands of dollars?
That's why he's in a box in the trunk of my car.
You probably won't be surprised to know we didn't think this through.
Well, we can spread his remains pretty much anywhere. It's just a matter of deciding where.
He obviously wasn't too concerned about where they ended up. Hell, you could keep them. I mean, forget the ring. That would really fuck with your grandkids.
I just wanted to honor his memory, thank you very much. I fancy keeping him in the breakfast nook. Like a box of corpse flapjacks.
Those are not part of a balanced breakfast.
You could put him in a little plot with your family. The one in that field.
He's not family. He doesn't belong there.
Thomas has a ghost in his car. You should put him in there and they can be friends. Until he has a forever home.
Describing a grave as a forever home is almost too appropriate. I'll have to start using that.
Please don't. It's cute when she abuses English. When you do, it's hard cringe.
Okay, harsh, but I appreciate your input. I'll save it for a special occasion.
I saved that box of photos. Maybe we can find a place and then to scatter the ashes. It's a good idea. A place where you had a happy memory. I'll check through them tonight. Maybe I can recognize a landmark. I'll help if you bring them here. I'm familiar with most vacation spots in half of this state.
Seems like we've got ourselves a plan. But I would caution you all once again to remain mindful not to openly discuss these events, at least until the world forgets about us again completely. Oh. Pardon me.
Alright. I guess we could consider this meeting adjourned. I know some of you need to get to work. Hey, yeah. If you're here, Roulette, who's running your store?
Oh, there's a little cafe up the block. It's really slow for them at this time of day. The barista that works there is watching things till I get back.
Wait. Up the street from your store.
Hey, this ain't a library, jack off. Make up your mind and quit fondling the books. And you, can smell you from here. Hit the showers, neckbeard. You might get some pussy if you didn't smell like a Dorito dipped in farts. Alright, Avrina, I'm back. Thanks for helping me out. You aren't ugly. Girls just don't like greasy hair. Most of your outside problems can be fixed by soap. I've somehow let my inner monologue run my store for a few hours. It's as glorious as I always imagined. Wow, you feel right at home wherever you are, huh? Of course. Why wouldn't I be?
Hey, Roulette.
Hey, Joel, what's going on?
I wanted some card packs. That you new helper wanted to talk about my hair.
He's got pretty hair, but he's not doing it right. It is pretty. I've always thought so.
Really?
Yeah, doy. I just told you that. You need to ask your mom about hair care. Tell you what, Joel. For being such a good sport for being such a good sport, I was about to give you a few packs on the house.
For real? Whoa, thanks, Roulette.
Don't mention it, big guy. I value your patronage and tolerance of my abusive cohort.
It's cool. Most of your girls don't pay attention to me, so it was okay.
Yeah, it was. You had to look down my shirt from up there.
I didn't.
Don't have a panic attack, dude. It's just natural. I'm hot as fuck. Yeah, it's just a perk of being tall.
I guess so. Anyway, thanks for the cards. I'm gonna go.
Have a good one. Later, Stretch. You are the absolute worst. You know that, right? Yeah, but I'm the best at it.
Man, I'm surprised how much busier the store's been since the others were on the news. Didn't think people still watched local news stations.
Being online a lot screws up your perception of reality. Parents just barely started using social media. It's weird seeing my mom pop up in my feeds. I don't like it at all.
Oh, I know. My mom asked me what a furry was the other day.
What did you tell her?
I told her I wasn't ready to live in a world where my mommy knew what a furry was just yet.
Whenever my parents ask about some weird internet crap, I make Jess explain it. He always knows the most obscure stuff before me. Like that webcomic with lewd trolls she loves.
Lewd trolls?
Don't ask me to explain, we'd be here all day and you still wouldn't understand.
Sounds relevant to my interest. What about after work?
I don't know. Jess was bad enough before she read it. It either made her more horny or unlocked an upgrade.
Can't threaten me with a good time, Edward.
Nope, sounds like my roommate is home. Nice.
I'd at least like to know the title, so I can check it out on my own.
I'm not sure I can handle more troll sauce fans in my life.
Troll sauce? I think I've heard of that.
It's not surprising.
Yeah, I think I read a story where Harry has a fling with one of the main trolls. He uses magic to give her a really huge butt.
There's a lot of Harry Potter crossover. People like you are why kids shouldn't be allowed on the internet.
Guilty, but unrepentant.
Hey, you made over $50. Someone pick up their pull list? No, they just bought junk. Why, is that weird? It kind of is. I was only gone for 2 hours. What can I say? I'm a great salesperson. Apparently so.
Did you berate everyone that came in?
No, well, I mean, what do you mean by berate? Were you harshly critical of everyone that came in? Not everyone. I hardly swore at all. They said stuff if they were smelly or weird or were acting suspicious or were wearing dumb clothes. So basically all my patrons. Basically. It's hard to argue with results. I've always done some banter. I pretty much leave people alone to shop. Maybe I should try. Maybe I need to try harder.
Yeah, let me drink some water. Jeez, I haven't had water this whole time. Fuck. Ah. Drink your water, folks. Precious, life-giving water.
I don't know what to tell you. I just know the goal is making money, so I tried to get it. I mean, these smucks came in for something. They best leave with something. Once they're inside, you should ought to make a sale. I'm gonna have to review my security tapes. Apparently, some customers responded well to firm criticism. Something firm at any rate.
Does your sister always know about new stuff before anyone else? Before everyone else, anyway?
She's been obsessed with internet culture for as long as I can remember. Honestly, I'm not sure how she makes time for it. She's always reading something, taking pictures, posting stuff, following trends. But I think what she really wants is to make the trends. My sister is not a follower. She's a leader. And she really wants to lead something. Once she actually figures out what that something is, God help us all. Truly, people will not be ready for the Great Rising.
These views are crazy. I've never been able to get anything to go viral before.
It's a pretty crazy story. We're getting traffic from all over the place. Too bad it won't last.
Am I gonna be able to monetize it at all?
Oh, a little bit. But we didn't even meet the partner program criteria until yesterday. I won't have any content this strong to follow it up with.
Damn it. Like getting a taste of something great only to get it taken away.
Like when they canceled Transformers Animated. There's a Transformers-shaped hole in my heart where Season 4 should be.
I remember that.
There's got to be some way to keep the momentum going.
Well, they have older footage. Maybe we could splice it together to make a story.
Like a ghost hunting show?
Yeah, we won't get these kinds of numbers. We could maybe build on it.
I don't know what I'll have to work with. But that's not a bad idea. Maybe we could film new stuff and make a mini documentary.
That kind of stuff does pretty well, especially if you have a good story.
Maybe we can loop back on things. Tell the story of how the guys ended up in this bunker for 40 years.
That's actually kind of brilliant. I would watch that. Kind of wish I could watch it right now.
This is going to take skills I don't have. I'm gonna have to work fast.
Yeah, we need something new pretty quick to keep this going.
Alec probably knows enough to build a script, but I need someone to make a narrative from that. Maybe Thomas can do that? He's supposed to be a writer. I'm sure Joe can film interview segments. Interview segments, though. Then we can edit it. I don't know what the turnaround time will be, though.
If we're gonna get serious about this, we'll need better software than we have right now. And what we have.
Shit, I wasn't ready for this. But I'll be damned if I can't capitalize on it somehow.
Hey, Neens. That was my favorite bookworm. What's in the schedule for today?
I don't know. Maybe betraying your best friend ever?
Nina, come on. I didn't know we were gonna solve a real mystery.
You had an honest-to-God adventure, Thomas. And you didn't call me.
I know, and I'm sorry. I was too worked up to think of extra stuff. How can I convince you to forgive me?
Take me on a once-in-a-lifetime adventure, maybe? Oh, wait, you can't. You already had yours.
Are you seriously angry with me?
Yes? No. I'm just so jealous I want to scream.
I really am sorry, Needs. It was a lot to deal with. If it hadn't been for the corpse,
I know. It's just so cool. Our historic location with a hidden basement and sealed inside a mummified body.
found by a guy at work who irritates everyone.
Oh my god, I know, right? The weird loner with hidden talents solves the mystery. Can't write this stuff. Hey, Thomas. I want to ask you something. Are you busy?
That very much depends upon what you want to ask me.
I need someone to write a mini documentary about the mummy you found. We can keep the buzz online going. The buzz going online. Think Joe told me you were a writer at some point?
Well, I write fiction, but I don't know if I can do that.
Oh, I can help you. It'll be like Unsolved Mysteries. We can totally do it. Awesome. I need some kind of framework to start with. Honestly, I don't know how any of this works, so I'm gonna find Joe. You guys do writer stuff until we can have a meeting. Later, taters.
Well, she's certainly on a roll.
Important thing is she's trying.
I don't know anything about writing documentaries, Nina.
The important thing is we're trying. Thanks for sticking around to help me move this stuff. I was going to have to do it all by myself otherwise. No worries. You do lots for me. You know, my life has gotten a lot more active since I started being around your group. I even got kicked from my guild online. They said I hadn't been playing enough. I'm sorry.
Oh, that was a loud wind gust right there.
Oh, I'm not complaining. All this has been way better than playing anyway. I mean, I've even got men competing for my attention. It's way better than a dick pic over chat I didn't ask for. I'll bet. Hey now, I resisted when my mother said I should try living on my own. Said my little circle of friends was weird, and I should try having a roommate. I resisted, but in retrospect she was right. Meeting people from other social classes was good for me. We little peasants are simple but good people. Sorry, that sounded more rude than I intended. My family has always been wealthy. We tend to mix with other wealthy people socially. Verena, Madison, Victoria, they all come from money. Did Nina Grace come from money? Nina Grace. I wondered if you might ever bring her up, especially now that our lives are properly intertwined. She might as well be the other sister I lost. Did she ask you to talk to me? No, it was... I just know she wants to work here, but we won't talk to her. Yeah. Has she ever told you about her relationship with my family? Not really. Nina used to come to the library with her mother and read for hours. My sister hated reading, but Mom brought her here every day anyway. Then one day, bored out of her mind, she noticed Nina and pestered her until she agreed to play. After that, they were basically inseparable. My sister was active, sporty, competitive, and so was Nina. But Nina also loved the library. She was more like the daughter my mother actually wanted. Not that Mom didn't love Kia, but she wasn't like her. Nina became like a foster daughter to her and a sister to me. She also bridged the gap between Mom and Kia. Nina's personality was something like a fusion of theirs. She instinctively understood them both, especially as she got older. I remember more days spent with Nina around when I was little than days she wasn't. And Verena was obsessed with playing with the big girls. I used to annoy my sister, but Nina happily included us. We used to go places as a little group. Mom and Mrs. Grace would put us all in a van and we'd travel all around. That sounds nice. Looking back now, I had no idea how wonderful it was. I would give up so much to go back. Just to talk with my sister one more time. Yeah. Can't hug a memory. No, you can't. Anyway, after my sister died, Nina couldn't stand to come here for a long while. It was tough for all of us, obviously. We lost that innocent security of youth, and each fell apart in our own way. Nina tried to come back eventually, but my mother would break down into inconsolable sobbing every time. Made excuses not to talk to her until Nina finally gave up. She's turned in applications a few times since then, but Mom... I'm not sure if she'll ever be able to face Nina. Eudokia had a fight with Mom right before she left. She stormed out of here with Nina and Jen. They never had a chance to make up. Oh no. The last word I ever said to my sister was, "Hey," right after she shoved past me to leave. I cried myself to sleep so many nights thinking about all the things I wish I had said instead. Or wishing I had argued with her for 30 seconds. Just 30 seconds. That's all it would have taken. Her car wasn't another car ran for miles. It would have been just another angry drive. Everything would be so different now. Might have a niece or a nephew.
Kia would have been a great mom. I'm sorry. I shouldn't be going on like this.
No, it's okay. Life can be mean. Let me be with you in it.
Ugh. Sad. You're not going to tell me to stop blaming myself? That I couldn't have known?
Don't need to. Your head knows. Your heart just doesn't listen. Something in you wants a reason why your sister died, but there isn't one. So you try to be the reason, to fill the space. Maybe you'll feel like that always, maybe not. Either way, I'll be here if you need me.
How lucky was I to pick you as my roommate?
So lucky. I'm a treasure.
You really are. Well, what say we go have a treat? This is almost done anyway. I'm emotionally spent, which means I need sweets.
Are you sure?
Quite sure. Besides, God be with Brew needs the money. Plus, Evrina can tell you more about when we were little. I'm also pretty sure Ramon is actually Jesus, which I find strangely comforting. How are you dealing with being a local celebrity? I haven't actually had to deal with anything. I don't know what the hell to say anyway. That was the first time I ever went with them. Really? And you found a secret room and a corpse? That's a very intense for a first try. No kidding. Thought maybe we'd see some floating dust, maybe hear some creepy noises. Then Reggie found the secret basement, and things suddenly went from Scooby-Doo to CSI. Must have been quite a shock. That's a good word for it. We were all quite stunned. It's one thing to see a mummy on TV or in a museum, but one right in front of you, in regular clothes. I don't know, it's something else. You guys all seem to have been affected by it. Yeah, I guess none of us are as jaded as we pretend to be. It was quite an experience. I'm not sure I want a repeat of it. Well, Nina wants to have a go, that's for sure. Can't stop talking about it. You two have gotten pretty close, huh? Yeah, I guess we have. Going on runs a few mornings a week. Ear blushies. Really? You have a hard time keeping up? Truthfully, yes. But the view from behind takes the edge off. Oh my god, are you blushing? That is so cute. Got a cute little schoolboy crush. It's not cute. It's manly and mature. Ear blushes. It's adorable. You're adorable, and exactly what she needs. You think so? But it's against the rules. This may sound strange coming from me, but there are people worth losing your job over. Although with a little discretion, it doesn't have to come to that. Whoop. There we go. Well, I mean, I wouldn't even be talking about it normally, but I feel like I can trust you. Oh, I'm honored you feel that way. It actually means something coming from you. Honestly, though, as long as the home office doesn't know, you're fine. Well, anyone here you don't trust. Like Reggie. You two have been getting along, haven't you? The department is doing really well. Yeah, but that's a long damn way from trust. I've come here quite a few times, maybe more times than any church, in fact.
Your food is really good.
That it is, but I fear I may be starting to associate the crucifix with getting a treat.
Is that bad?
I already have a lot of weird fetishes. At the rate I'm adding them, I'm going to run out of space.
Well, this is new. I didn't know you were friends with Alex, Sweet Pea.
Evrina, Jolina's been my roommate for quite some time now.
Wait, what? She's the fabled roommate you got?
The very same.
I'm fabled? Oh man, that's fucked up. Small world, huh, Sweet Pea? It's still pretty big to me, especially some things.
Ear blushies. Alexandria, lovely to see you again. Likewise, I'm sure. Has Evrina been treating you well today, Ramon? No, but I delight in weaknesses. But I delight in weaknesses in there. in weaknesses and insults and hardships, persecutions and difficulties.
Then you must be joyful indeed.
My cup runneth over.
So you and Evrina have something in common after all, then.
So just hanging out with Alex, huh?
You had a meeting, and I was helping her.
Oh yeah, let me guess. And she got tired and wanted ice cream. Typical.
We talked about her sister, so she got kinda emotional. And wanted ice cream.
She talked about Kia? I can't even remember the last time she talked about her.
Said you might tell me about when you guys were little.
Oh man, those were the days. Had so much fun all the time. I'll get your order and see what Alex wants. Then I'll tell you some stories.
Ping.
Hey, where are you?
A land of milk and honey.
Come again?
God be with Brew.
Oh, now I get it. Be there soon. Hello, son. Thought I heard you come in.
Father?
Someone in the office told me they saw you on television.
Quite so.
I see. Never said anything about it.
I didn't think you'd be interested in it.
Why would I? Of course I want to know when if my son does something of note.
You never showed much interest in my activities before. I had no reason to think that had changed.
Son, I'm a very busy man.
You've made that abundantly clear over the years.
Yes. Well, if something important happens to you, I want to know.
In my estimation, it is not important.
Fair enough, but I disagree. I would like to know how my son got on television. Please. Are you really so surprised I'm interested in your life?
Goes against 20 years of evidence to the contrary.
That is unfair.
Life, as you so often remind us, is unfair. You gonna sit down, or are we gonna have a fight?
So we're out at some campground in Colorado, right? And Maddie sees a fawn at the edge of the trees. Be the simpleton she is, she offers it granola. And it really likes it. So it follows her around, which is cute. So mom comes darting out of the trees looking for her baby. And since Madison's a dipshit, she's not running to safety. She's just running around randomly while the fawn is trying to get more treats. So Nina wings a fucking granola bar and pegs the fawn right in the neck. Startles it, but it realized that's what it wanted, and they both let Maddie go. She's so fucking stupid.
A lot of our stories involve Madison causing minor disasters. I noticed the trend.
And those were the days, huh? You just pile in a car like a bunch of monkeys and go places.
It was easier before Miss Candlewick retired.
Oh man, old Lady Candlewick. What a legend she was. She was better than a computer.
I would trade the computer for her any day. I'm not even half the librarian she was.
Well, more than double the librarian she was by girth.
By the looks of things, you're going to catch up to me pretty soon.
What? It's just that I'm around food all the time now.
Evrina, I'm just teasing. It doesn't matter either way.
Ear blushies. Right, I knew that. I'm gonna check on your food real quick.
I don't usually tease her because she can't dish it out, but she can take it. Every so often I have to remind Evrina she lives in a glass house.
I like the view.
You guys have a weird frenergy. Does she always talk so mean to you? If you mean does she always joke about my weight, then yes. She's afraid of being hurt. Her confident exterior is just a bluff. She's desperate to be loved, so she tests her friends constantly. That said, if you can tolerate the results of her insecurities, you'll never find a better friend.
I don't know if I could take it. She's tempting yet terrifying.
It's actually kind of strange that she's so nice to you. Her nicknames are usually a bit mean. Bestowing one at all isn't even all that common. You need to bring out the kindness in others.
Not always, but yeah, I think people pity me. They can tell I don't have things together.
I don't think it's pity. Sometimes something about you makes people want to protect you.
Whatever it is, it doesn't work on my mom.
I've always wondered about what happened between you. You want to talk about it.
After my dad died, Mom
couldn't handle things. I don't know how to explain it. It was like she just started going crazy real slow. She joined this really scary church, Hand of God. They have commercials for it. Probably seen. I'm familiar with them. They are functionally a cult. They've been trying to get the city to annex the libraries for years. Well, they annexed my mom. Did I hear that right? Hand of God Church got your mom? Yeah? Oh man, fuck those guys. My parents got sucked into that shit when I was a kid. Remember that, Alex? Indeed. They sent you to that awful Bible camp. Like concentration camp. The only good thing about it was meeting that beautiful idiot.
Okay, I'm sorry. Please circle back to ghost hunting. I know you know what an EMF meter is used for. What do they have to do with finding ghosts?
Logically, nothing. Some people believe that ghosts have electromagnetic properties. Some nebulous way nobody can seem to explain.
That seems
Ridiculous? I don't disagree. But I'm learning to read the room, as they say. I didn't show up at their little gathering to hunt for spirits. They didn't even invite me. But seeing as I had to crash their party, do as the Romans do.
Why did you go in the first place? You don't seem to like these people all that much.
I like some of them. Most of them, really. Just some more than others.
You're chasing a girl, aren't you?
Not chasing. I'm pursuing a woman at a normal pace.
A normal pace, huh? What sort of girl is she?
Not really important to the story.
Important to me. I want to know what kind of woman my son likes.
It's nearly one. Don't you need to get back to work?
Boop. Linda? It's me. Yeah. Something has come up I need to deal with. Yeah. Okay. Thanks. I'll be there as soon as I take care of it. Bye. Now, where were we? The sermons at the camp were not right. They were full of hate, but subtle, devious, evil. Not the teachings of Christ.
After we came back, my parents got out.
Took more convincing from mine. I refused to have anything to do with that place. My reaction made them open their eyes, but slowly.
Did you ever go to one of their camps? No, I was too old. She hated getting me from sleepovers because I wouldn't stop crying.
If there's a way to make your mother see the light, we'll find it. If you ever need anything, my door will never be closed.
Metaphorically, our hours are posted on the door. This dipstick thinks he can save everyone, but we need help too.
Well, if we all help each other,
We'll all starve as a family. Great big motherfucking kumbaya family.
language of Rena.
Listen, Sweet Pea, if you're ever really in trouble, you give us a call. But it better be real trouble. We're barely getting by, but if we can help, we will. It's not in whatever dumb way this primate comes up with.
She's right. I am a primate.
You guys are really cool. I don't know if there's a god anymore. But if there is, I'm glad they keep sending me cool people to meet.
Your grandfather was friends with Caesar Melville, you know? You probably don't remember, but Caesar was at his funeral. You'd be happy to know you're dating his friend's granddaughter.
Well, sort of dating.
Near enough dating. They're a good family. Old money, hard workers, civil-minded. Good family to be connected with.
I don't care about that. I just like her.
That's perfectly fine. But remember, it's easy to love a rich woman as a poor one, and a lot easier later on. Point being, they're good people. Kind who are worthy of respect.
Because they have money?
A man's only as good as his word, son. Plenty of people with money aren't worthy of respect. Integrity is what makes a person worthy of respect. Part of why I'm always working. And with integrity has to work twice as hard as one without.
Well, no one can say you don't work hard.
You're damn right they can't. I put in the time and do good work. But we're getting off topic. I gave you an EMF meter to find a ghost somehow.
Yeah, and I had no idea how to use it for magic, so I just started using it as intended. I got paired with a nice girl who runs a hobby shop.
Not the girl you're after?
How'd that happen?
I don't know. Once I started finding code violations, I got fixated on that and forgot my original goal.
Well, you're certainly my son. Not that there was ever a question about that. It also explains why we got a call from the owner of that site. You must have told him about the violations.
Not directly. The girl I was hunting with, Patricia, I think, she passed on my assessment. I stressed that I would have to turn it in otherwise.
I'm so proud of you right now.
Well, I couldn't just leave it be. Wood rot was a bigger danger than ghosts would ever be. Anyway, I noticed that there was power running through one wall. It was easy to detect, nothing uncommon. Probably a line someone forgot ran through the old hotel. Weird thing was a faint reading that branched off of that line. Ran through abnormal places.
Abnormal how?
That's in places that are way too hard to get to. Places no right-thinking person would put it in. Even branching the point would require to knock out a flight of stairs to get to it.
Done on purpose to hide this secret room.
Clearly. Power had been properly on, I wouldn't... If the power had been properly on, I would never have noticed.
Yeah, I'm starting to stumble over my words. Let's say, son, I'm impressed. And you say there's no record of the room being built?
Alex can't find any, so it's safe to say there are none.
You know, I remember when Don Jr. died. They put a memorial plaque in the old metal shop for him. He was a little older than me, but the elder Don knew your grandpa.
He was friends with Grandpa.
Your grandpa knew most every important person back then. Oh my god.
He was the one who built the bunker.
We're going there tonight. I need to find out if this is true. Dad actually did this. I'll offer Bob a deal so we can have the run of the place. Max can dig up Dad's old records from back then. We'll see if I can find any proof. Ask that girl, Alexandria, if she'll come with us. She seems to be good at research.
What? Okay.
Grandpa was clever. Extremely clever. It may be impossible to prove. It's true he was serious. If it's true he was serious enough about it to take it to his grave. But we need to try. I need to know.
Right.
Sorry it took so long to get here. I'm juggling a lot of stuff at once. Alex is here too. Big lucky. I've got plans in motion, but need more help. I'm happy to aid in any way I can. That's what I like to hear.
Do people ever just not say no to you?
Sometimes, but I'm so charming, it's very rare. You certainly never did.
Yeah, well, I didn't know you so well back then.
You know me pretty well now.
Yeah, I do. I'm gonna fuck off and get you a soda. You talk me into some crazy shit.
Yeah, that's probably the best move.
Speaking of crazy shit,
I want to make a documentary about your ghost adventure. Should we raise our hands or...
Jess, it's mostly rhetorical. Mostly.
Okay, here is, as they say, the deal. You need a quick documentary of how you guys found this corpse. Alex will be the historian that gives context and backstory. Carol will be the narrator and host. Thomas and Nina are writing the outline. Joe will film it all and edit it. Straightforward enough. I already have the research done. Someone just needs to film me, I guess.
You only have a cruddy old camera, though. It won't look very nice.
Yeah, I haven't quite worked out that problem just yet. Hoping if I think around the problem, I'll have an epiphany eventually. So go behind and take it by surprise. Sun Tzu would commend your tactics.
So, did Jessica speak to you about her plan?
Said something about a film? And me being the host of said film?
That's something to be interested in doing?
I don't know, I guess? But I don't know why she'd pick me out of everyone. I only ever went on one ghost hunt.
I could think of two big reasons she'd choose you.
Ah, of course. How silly of me. My spectacular hoots.
The very same.
I'm not sure if her thinking goes any further, but you also have a nice voice. A very nice voice.
You think so?
Indeed. Got that sultry torch singer quality. Makes you feel good, like hearing a cat purr. You okay? Got real quiet all of a sudden.
Give me a second. You know I'm not emotionally trained to handle sincerity. If I'm the narrator, what's everyone else gonna do?
I'm not sure. But Nina wrote me into writing the script with her. I guess we'll have to interview everyone. And write the in-between bits, or something like that.
So really nobody knows what they're doing.
It would seem so.
Good. At least I won't be the only one.
Hey, are you busy tonight?
Not particularly.
My dad wants to take a look at the Winthrop.
So not a traditional date then.
Sorry, no. I'll explain later. I can't stop to talk for the moment.
Reggie wants to look over the hotel with his father. Why? I don't know, but I think Joe should film whatever it is. I can't get a camera that fast.
Whoop. Ads! Ads for everybody! Get up. Take care of yourselves. Stretch. Do all of that jazz. And I shall retweet the socials. Because that is my God-given right. Here we go. Here we are. And I'm going to grab a drink of water. Hope everyone's having a lovely, lovely evening so far, though. Sending lots of good vibes to everyone who needs them.
I can't get a camera that fast. It's okay. The old one will serve. You don't even know if it's important.
You don't bring your dad to not important stuff, except t-ball practice.
Welcome back, everybody who is stuck in ad hell.
Construction is the Booth family trade. I expect it has something to do with that. I believe our grandfathers were friends as well. Now that I think about it, maybe they both knew Ronald Mayers.
It's too bad you can't ask him.
Oh, I can. He's alive and well. This project has a lot of moving parts. I feel like I'm starting to lose my grip on things. Welcome to the fast-paced world of historical research. Well, I'd better get going. Lots to do if we intend to return to the Winthrop. I'll let you know what time to arrive as soon as I can talk to Reggie. Rena, put the bill on my tab when they finish, please.
You don't have a tab, doofus. This isn't a fucking bar.
Don't mind her. You can have a tab, Alex.
Oh, why do you insist on running this place like a teen hangout from a sitcom?
Because they are totally awesome. Oh, there you are. I was starting to worry. Why? I'm not late, am I? No, but usually get here early. And Daddy gets anxious. Our secret meeting threw my morning plans off a bit. Did Jess tell you about the film she wants to make? Ed's sister? No. First I've heard of it. Well, she's got a mind to make a documentary about our recent escapades. Seriously? It's actually a really boss idea. I'm kind of disappointed I didn't think of it first. Losing my edge. Something was kind of my thing. Then something cool happened and I didn't know what to do. Just stood around gaping. Alex knows historic information. You seem to know something about every subject. Like, even Reggie has some special training for stuff. And I just talk to people who aren't there in dark rooms for fun. Like I don't know anything about anything. Well, you know ghost lore. That's not nothing. Just useful in a very specific way. Yeah, and you know all of that stuff too. So what I know is just a repeat of what you know. Dude, You really shouldn't use me as your yardstick. I'm exceptional. Competing with me is always going to be hard mode.
Gonna be a lot of fun when I have to fire you someday.
I'm sure I will have earned it. I won't hold it against you. That aside, the only person keeping you from being exceptional is you. All you need to do is apply yourself to learning new things. Decide if it's important to you, then do it.
Why does that sound so familiar to me?
I don't know, but a friend once told me something very similar. It was good advice.
It was easier to give advice than actually carry it out. I don't think of that I didn't think of that at the time. I have to put in the work.
Which is what I started doing.
And it's working?
Slowly, but it is.
I started. Sometimes starting is the hardest part.
You got a lot going so fast. I'm not sure what I should do, though. To be fair, I don't really know either. I got excited and ran with it. My hope was an actual plan would materialize as I went. But it didn't do that? Not like a solid one, but I have an outline? Bullet points from which to build? Which points are they? Number 1, give everyone tasks. Number 2, stop overselling the outline. Is there a third thing? Distract Joe from the glaring flaws in my plans with my boobs? That's not always gonna work, you know. Maybe. But is it going to work this time? Let me at them hoots.
Well, we've got some time to kill before Nina's shift is over. And you go scrapbooking with Alex.
Looking at old pictures isn't scrapbooking, you goober. It would only be that if we also pasted in decorative stuff.
You're not going to make grim little collages out of them.
God, you come up with the most weirdly morbid ideas sometimes. How depressing would that be?
You're thinking about doing it now, aren't you?
God damn it! I already have all the materials.
See, this is why we make a good couple. You have a secret morbid streak, and I have great ideas.
Yeah, I guess so. Too bad we didn't know each other when I went through my goth phase. You would have loved it.
Oh my god, you had a goth phase? It must have been adorable.
It was more embarrassing than anything. With my hair dyed black, I look almost identical to my sister Robin. She was a happy Robin, and I was sad Robin for nearly a year of my life.
All the stories you told me about your family make them seem kind of mean. I know a goth phase can be tedious, but most people go through something like that. When you're like processing mortality as a concept.
I don't know. My family is tough, though. My family is tough. We don't put up with crybabies, even among our own. Not like it's mean exactly, but when you're being silly, it gets pointed out a lot.
What about when it's a real mental health issue?
I seriously don't know. I think we're all too scared of getting made fun of to have one.
Seems like a better system than how my family does things. We get made fun of and keep being mentally ill.
When you say mentally ill, what do you mean?
Bipolar disorder mostly. My family has a range of issues. It can be a nasty cocktail, but we fall shy of schizophrenia at least.
For real diagnosed disorders?
Yeah. Have you ever noticed I get really depressed sometimes?
I don't know. I guess. In my family, we just call that having a personality.
Well, I mean, it's part of my personality, or affects it in some way. It's hard to know where you start and it ends. From the inside, at least.
I guess I never really thought about that stuff. In my family, when we have problems, we just fix the problem. Then you don't have a reason to be depressed.
That's not how it works. That's not really how it works with a disorder. More like your sadness gets stuck in the on position, but no one knows exactly where in your brain the switch is.
Sounds a little like having a period. I always get so emotional, but it's not from anything. Stuff gets to me that usually doesn't. It's like I'm not in control of things.
Now that you say it, I can see the parallels. It's an imbalance in your brain, which is similar, except it can get way out of hand. This bipolar, it can swing into this manic kind of happy, which is kind of awful in its own way. With me, I get all of these ideas and I want to start doing stuff. Then I just start in on these crazy projects until the swing passes. Then I'm left with this half-done thing that I have no motivation to finish. And I'm like, why am I like this?
That sounds rough.
I don't know. It sounds silly out loud. I shouldn't have brought it up.
No, this is important. I just don't have the words, I guess. You have to give me time to, learn this language, I guess?
Right. I'm sorry.
It may take some work, but we're worth it.
Carol, I'm a mess. But I don't want to scare you off by revealing to what degree.
Thomas, everyone is a mess in their own way.
You're not. You're the most mature person in our peer group.
That's debatable.
You have a degree in accounting. That's like having a degree in being a grown-up. What? You don't think that's correct?
Not exactly, but I understand why people think it. Seems like a boring job. Anyway, if my college experience is any indication, it's a job full of assholes.
That's what you said. That's why you aren't an accountant?
Well, it's more like I'm afraid that I'd fit right in. Cat, I'm a kitty cat, and I dance, and I dance. Cat, I'm a kitty cat, and I meow, and I meow. I'm gonna need that back eventually. I say sexy things to myself when I'm dancing. May I have my bra back, please? My headlights are on. There's no time. We have to go now. Go where? Jolene's Lesbian-tastic Wonderland.
One moment.
Jolene's Lesbian-tastic Wonderland. Oh, really? And where is this magical place? Jolene's bedroom. But all the pillows in the apartment are on the bed.
At the library.
Astounding. You'd think after researching history for so long, nothing would surprise me. But the idea that you may have discovered a hidden chamber constructed by your grandfather is fascinating.
My dad has a secretary combing over records, but if Grandpa didn't want anyone to know, I don't think we'll be able to prove anything.
But it's very difficult to hide every detail. You just have to find the evidence.
Well, my father would like your help.
With a case like this, even if he didn't want my help, it would be very difficult to dissuade me. Jessica wants Joe to film our research tonight.
Who's Jessica again?
The girl who's been setting up our web presence. He wants to make a film about our discovery.
Ah, right. I think I met her in passing.
Might also bring Carol along, since we're going to look over old photos.
I'm really starting to wonder what it would be like to spend time with you alone. Seems like the universe is conspiring against me.
Why is it so important that we spend time together alone, anyway?
I don't know. Isn't that how it's done? Let's get to know each other and see if we get along? The last girl I was interested in didn't feel the same, but it felt like she never gave me a chance. Not really. Not sure if I make a good first impression sometimes. I just want a chance to make my case.
I'm not sure if that's really sad, really sweet, some combination of the two I haven't encountered previously. But you're traditional. That's cute and quaint. I like that in a man. There is, however, a problem.
Story of my life. What is it?
I'm not a traditional woman. I'm weird, smart, outspoken, kinky, and when I find something that I like, I want a lot of it. I want it now. Can you accept a woman like that?
Yeah, if you were anything less, I wouldn't even want to.
Smooch? That was a good answer.
So it would seem.
Well, as expected, your department is in fine shape. Honestly, it seems like a waste of time even bothering to check.
You never know. Even I mess up sometimes.
I suppose so. Even still, I doubt you'd ever miss something that couldn't be fixed on the fly.
Most likely, but each have a job to do. I look after the books, you look after me, so turns the wheel.
So turns the wheel. By any chance, you happen to know of any good books about, like, general knowledge?
I know all kinds of good books about all of the things. So what kind of knowledge do you need? Taking a test or something?
No, I just feel like I don't know stuff. Guess that doesn't make a lot of sense. I don't really know where I want to start.
So you don't have a goal? How exciting! So many possibilities!
Yeah, I guess I'm kind of a blank slate.
Don't think of yourself as blank. Say rather, there's space left for hope.
Room left for hope, huh? There's certainly a lot of that.
Good. You have a great canvas for folly like that. Let me see. Here we are. Very impressively titled Tome of Fantastic Ignorance.
That sounds like it would be counterproductive.
Don't let the name fool you. About commonly held misconceptions most of us are taught.
Wait, we're starting from the idea that what I already know is wrong?
Can't build a solid foundation for learning on lies. A relationship, maybe, not a foundation for learning. This book is a series of short essays briefly explaining a subject. You can digest a little bit at a time then when you have a free moment.
So, like, bathroom reading? I don't know, I kind of want something more smart.
We could go full textbook if you want, but it's harder to jump into. When you were in school, what class did you look forward to?
I didn't really look forward to anything, really. Flirting and hanging out were really the only things that I enjoyed.
Well, the American education system may have failed you, John Kepler, but Nina Ann Grace won't. You know what your learning style is at all?
Learning style? I don't know what that is, I guess.
Everyone has a way of learning that works best for them. Things will go better if you tailor your studies to what works for you. For example, I retain information faster if I read at my own pace. Thomas and Jolene are both auditory learners. They memorize things they hear very easily. Of course, we all learn in a combination of ways.
Huh. Is there a style of learning where you struggle all the time? Because that's mine.
Really? Have you ever been tested for ADHD?
A disease with initials? It's the worst kind!
I'm serious, John. If you've really struggled so much, you might have a learning disability.
No, I just have trouble focusing on boring things is all. Not a condition.
It's basically a symptom of the ADD.
I had a stressful home life. Single mom who had bad taste in dudes. It was distracting, you know?
That might have been educational camaraderie. Comorbidity.
First of all, I think you just made that up. Secondly, the fact that you just made that up makes me realize you're way smarter than me.
ADHD has warped his mind. Yes. Yes, it has. Apparently, ADHD is going by a new name now because of like all different kinds of discoveries that they've made in research regarding it. And people on TikTok have given it a new name. They call it Dave. Don't tell Paul Revere. Don't tell Paul Revere. Let's see. Here it is. Yeah, so the new name people on the internet are calling ADHD is Dave, dopamine attention variability executive dysfunction.
I think it's more like I've just read a lot more than you. You're obviously not mentally deficient in any meaningful way. Regardless, I'm not an expert on ADHD. It's just something you might think about.
Yeah, no, I get it. I just think it's more like circumstances and being kind of lazy.
Which is how people with ADHD sometimes feel. Or so I've read.
I don't know, I just don't feel like it's a disorder. I wasn't interested in school is all. I'm actually really good at math. It's just boring to me.
Well, it isn't boring to you.
I don't know, ghosts, women. Well, I'm not sure I even believe in one of them anymore.
Is it ghosts?
Yes, it's ghosts, Nina.
I was gonna say, I'm right here, dude.
I can't help but think if I buy this, it's just gonna end up on a shelf.
Maybe you should try an audiobook, and you can listen to it while you do something else.
Maybe that would be better. Do you have any good educational ones?
Not really. You sell mostly fiction. You can get literary classics online or even at the library for free.
That's cool. But then you miss out on a sale.
I don't care about making a sale, silly. I care about helping you.
Okay, now I understand why you're the top 5. Why you're in the top 5 for sales numbers. Are you like this with every guest?
No, only the ones who earn it.
Did I actually earn it? Or are you just showing off to your for the boss?
Oh, you earned it long before you moved up the chain of command. In all the years we've worked together, you never treated us as anything but an equal. You treated me as anything but an equal. That's worthy of respect in my book, in my department of books.
Treating people with respect is kind of a low bar for earning it, don't you think?
And yet so few managed to clear it.
Yeah, fair enough. Actually, I think I'll buy this after all. Maybe having it will remind me of my goal.
I'll be waiting to help if you need it. It will be waiting to help if you need it. Just like I will.
Thanks, Nina. That means a lot to me.
No problem, boss.
The library.
Hi there, I'm here to meet Alex. Is it okay if I head back to her office? I don't want to just barge in. Oh, Reggie is already there. It's already here, so it should be fine. Is there something wrong? No, I'm just mentally preparing myself to deal with Reggie. Ah, hey, take your time. He certainly has a strong personality, huh? Hey, Bridget said you were back here? Carol! Damn it, I got so distracted I forgot to text you. Something's come up. Nothing bad, I hope. No, not at all. Reggie has some new information about the hotel. We're going to go back tonight to investigate. Oh, okay. We can sort pictures some other time, I guess? Actually, since you're here already, you should come.
Sure. It'll be a cozy investigation with my father, 2 co-workers, me, and Alexandria. Honestly, we may need more people.
Don't grouse, dear. We're all in this together. We should head over then now. Maybe we can look over some photos while we wait for Reggie's father. Let me freshen up a bit first, then we can go. Won't be a moment. So, you and Alex, huh?
Graves, what am I going to have to do to avoid having this conversation with you?
We don't have to talk about anything you don't want to. But that's gonna make me want to theorize about things. Besides, if we're gonna be in this weird friend group, we should try to get along.
God damn it. Fine.
How long has this been a thing?
I don't know. I don't even know if you can call us a thing. We haven't had any official discussion about anything.
We got her down to her undershirt and she took her hair out of one eye. I barely know her, and I know that's enough to be a thing.
Well, I guess I lack your amazing powers of observation.
Oh my god, you're getting all defensive. If you were anyone else, it would be so adorable.
Well, unfortunately, I'm me, stuck here with you, in this endless hell of conversation.
You really into Alex, or is this some kind of weird plot to get, I don't know, access to old books or something?
Not some kind of old-timey villain, Graves. I just clicked with her somehow.
You've been into big girls this whole time, and it was just a front? Oh, were you secretly into me, but were too embarrassed to admit it?
No, you I legitimately want to murder.
You're so touchy. Either you're really embarrassed, or you really like her.
Could be a third thing, or a combination. I'm allowed to like whoever I like for whatever reasons I have.
Yeah, you are. Just weird that you like Alex after years of calling me fat.
Well, that was just a reaction to you being mean. And other stuff, I guess.
Yeah, fair enough. I know I'm kind of bitchy sometimes, and I know I'm not always the best manager. But
For what it's worth, I'm sorry.
Well, okay then. I'm sorry too. For the most part.
Yeah, well, that's about the best we can hope for. It's kind of funny. I don't think you and I have ever talked about anything outside of work.
I never used to make a habit of being friendly with coworkers, but you guys are hell-bent on it.
That's mostly Thomas, but I'm starting to come around on it. Things are better now. Have you noticed? It's like we don't have to be buddies, but we don't have to be enemies either, you know?
I have to admit, I have had a better time at work recently. I never would have met Alex if not for Jolene and Ed's sister. Or really most of the odd things I've done recently. I'm loath to admit it, but I've enjoyed myself more than I have in ages.
Maybe we should start over. Fresh start outside the whole work thing. Like, clear the way between us.
Sounds cringy.
Oh, come on, don't be like that. Here, I'll start. Hi, I'm Carol Graves, 24 years old, a Siamese cat named Friska, and also an accounting degree.
You have an accounting degree? That's actually useful.
See, we're learning new things already. Now you go.
Fine. I'm Reginald Booth, 21. I'm really surprised you of all people would be an accountant.
Well, technically I'm not. I have the credentials, but not the desire.
Surely being an accountant would be better than retail.
I don't think so. It was just a safety degree. Like a weapon of last resort. I'm good at it, but I don't enjoy doing it.
Do you enjoy doing retail?
More than accounting in any way. It's a choice between two kinds of suckiness.
At least accounting would offset it with money.
Come on. No, money isn't everything.
Yeah, it's not everything. But once you have enough money, you don't have to live by anyone else's rules anymore. You know, it won't make you instantly happy, but it has to make it easier. As long as you pay your taxes, you can do anything. Laws barely apply to you.
Is that what you want? Be above the law?
No, I just want the power to live how I want. I want freedom.
Wait, isn't your family one of the wealthiest in town?
Yeah, my family is wealthy. I don't have any say in what that money does. I want money so I can do things I want. I pay for all my own stuff. My parents didn't even send me to college. I didn't get any scholarships. They were like, well, you can work for your dad. But I was terrible at that, so now I'm stuck at the shithole retail job. God damn it, why am I telling you all this?
'Cause we're on a voyage, Reggie. Aboard the Friendship.
That was terrible. Point me at a railing. I'm gonna go drown I'm going to drown myself.
No way, it wasn't much. It wasn't much, but you laughed. So no jumping overboard.
Can't watch me all the time, Graves. Eventually I'll hurl myself into the sea.
This is an odd conversation to come back to.
Believe me, this is nothing. Hang around with her friend group long enough, this will seem pedestrian by comparison.
Hang out with furries. They'll have to bring that A game. All ready for your adventure, I see. Kinda muted ensemble for you, though.
You need to blend into the background. That way they aren't aware of the camera.
Like a wildlife photographer, huh?
Exactly. I'll catch them in their natural habitat. They'll be less conscious that way.
Less self-conscious that way. She's gonna start knocking people the fuck out. Less conscious. I'm starting to delete words. Oh no. This happens when I've been reading for too long. My eyes are starting to tire out. The bright blue hair kind of throws off your plan a bit.
Sometimes you have to navigate around a life choice.
Well, I have just the thing you don't have to keep your hood up the whole time. There we go. Adorable.
I'm not sure they'll take me seriously in this.
Maybe. They won't be self-conscious.
I have to give you that.
Time for a nap, little guy? Maybe just like getting up and just like resting my eyes. But we've only got a little longer, and then we'll be good. I like to try and go for 3 hours most of the time. Ooh, that got an update. Nice. We want that to come out already. God dang it. to look at that later.
I'm sorry I couldn't get you a new camera for this. I really wanted to.
It's okay. I still have all reliable.
Still, I can't help but feel I failed you.
Pint cannot hold a quart. If it holds the pint, it's doing the best it can.
I appreciate the sentiment, but I'm actually more like a gallon. I should be capable of handling more than just a pint.
I'll remember that the next time we see Avrina.
I don't know if I try to hold 2 half pints, things are likely to get very wet.
That's the idea.
I'll have to think about adding that to my list of plans. Are you sure you're going to be alright? I can tag along.
It's okay. It's a place I've been and people I mostly know.
Okay. Well, I'll be there as fast as I can if you need me.
Hopefully I won't, but I'm glad you're ready if I do. Huh. Guess I'm the first one here. That's fine. No need to panic. I'll be here soon. Probably. I'll just sit here and wait. Like an adult. And I won't start thinking about how being alone in the dark outside an old building is super scary. I will ignore the shaking that has started in my hands. I'll make myself small. The predators can't see me. I will not start quietly sobbing. I hate this. Why do I have to be this way? Why do I have to be this way?
Hello there. Are you one of Reggie's friends? Supposed to meet them around here.
Ben might be pushing it.
That sounds appropriate for my son. Well, this is the right place at least. Must have misheard Reggie's directions. Parked on the wrong side, but there's CCT over there, so I left it. May I sit?
Be my guest.
Last time I was out here, the door was still in the front. Anyway, it's been a while since I've seen someone smoking.
I'm a troubled youth.
I know it's impolite to ask a lady her age, but you do seem awful young to be smoking. Or being out this late.
I'm almost 21.
Well, I'm relieved your age appropriate for being friends with my son at least. You have a very youthful look about you. So concerned about the smoking though, if I'm honest.
I'm gonna quit. Eventually.
Yeah, I understand. It's tough. My mother had to get lung cancer before I quit. I was afraid my kids would grow up without a dad. Well, it seems like they may have anyway. Throw that away. There we go. Listen to me. Sorry, I didn't mean to get philosophical there. It's difficult to stop being a dad once you start.
It's okay. I haven't had one in a while. Probably I still need one.
See? Shame. Suppose we can give a special suspension in your case then. Although I suspect he wouldn't want to see his little girl going down a dark path.
Not a dark path. It's partly cloudy.
Very good. Well said. Ah, I just realized I didn't get your name. How rude of me. I apologize.
It's okay. I'm Jolene. Jolene Brooks. Or Joe. Or Brixie. Whatever you like.
Garrett Booth. Pleasure to meet you.
Likewise, I'm sure.
So, Reggie, what's your dad like? I don't want it to be a surprise.
He's a stern man. Not one for small talk. So you should mind your manners with him.
Well, he certainly seems austere. Menacing, even.
That man might well be an imposter.
Ah, very good. You're here. Jolene was just entertaining me with tales of retail.
Was she now? Okay.
Ah, Alexandria. In quite some time. How's your grandfather?
Very good, sir. He'll outlive us all.
As I expect he will. And who do we have here? One of Reggie's other friends?
On a trial basis, but for now, yes.
No one ever just says yes.
To their credit, they aren't liars.
Garrett Booth. Pleased to meet you.
Carol Graves, likewise, I'm sure. Excellent. Now that introductions are out of the way, what say we take a look around?
No, very good.
Watch your step. Stairs are full of treachery.
Yes, they are oddly steep. Dad's kind of charming, Reggie. Reminds me of my dad in a weird way.
I'm still not convinced that's actually my father.
Mr. Booth? I'm supposed to film stuff for our documentary. Will it be okay if I film you?
I don't see why not. As long as you stop filming if I need you to.
Of course.
Not sure I want my family intimately connected to this story. We may find things that should stay secrets.
That sounds a bit ominous.
He says stuff like that all the time. He'll get used to it.
Bob had the power turned back on in this part of the hotel, but only some of the lights are replaced.
Typical.
That's going to make it hard to show you my readings.
I don't really need to see them anyway. The fact that I'm here now is proof enough you knew what you were doing. Now then, let's take a look at that bunker.
You okay, Reggie?
I'm fine. I'm just unaccustomed to praise.
Oh, I nearly forgot. Alex, there are some file boxes in my trunk. They have recorders from records of around the time this would have taken place. Parked on the other side of the building, white Ford under the street lamp. You can't miss it. Just drive it over to this side at the same time.
Ah, very good. Carol, could you come with me, please? Yeah, sure. If this is a horror movie, this is when they would kill the smaller crew.
I think the odds might be in their favor.
Meanwhile, at Thomas's apartment.
You know, it's really obvious you're dating someone.
Why do you say that?
It's clean. There's not even dishes in the sink.
That is simultaneously accurate, annoying, and embarrassing.
It'd probably still be gross under a black light, if that's any consolation.
Nothing about that is conciliatory. Also, were you to shine a soft glow of blacklight upon these premises, my bodily fluids would be far from the only evidence you'd uncover. It would surprise me very much if the landlord has ever had any of these apartments properly sanitized. I dare say you'd be confronted by a veritable plethora of genetic material to examine.
Well, I guess I won't be sitting on the floor ever again.
I'll throw down a tarp if you like.
It won't be necessary. I'll just sit on the futon.
Fair enough.
This folds out into a bed, doesn't it?
I'll get you a fresh blanket.
Well, what do you think?
It's exceptional work, that's for sure. I don't think I could replicate it. Not easily. My grandfather and great-grandfather had a knack for concrete. They both tried to teach me, but I could never quite get it. I mean, I'm still better than most, but Dad finally decided it was a lost cause. Not sure who was more disappointed in me.
What must that have felt like, I wonder? Look here. Can you figure out which panel is the door?
Loose, hollow sound. How does it open? Ah, fantastic.
The door is where the line should have run, but it seemed to run back across the ceiling behind the door.
Amazing. Not sure I would have ever noticed. Impressive work.
Yes, it's all incredibly well hidden. Whoever did it was clearly very skilled.
I was actually talking about you discovering it all. But you're right. This is exemplary work. So how did the power go undetected for so long?
Your guess is as good as mine. The mechanism is hidden somewhere no one has found yet.
Reminds me of your mother. This is a very simple layout. Still, it's impressive seeing as they would have had to dig this all out. Surprisingly clean and well lit. The light bulbs were...
The light bulbs were replaced after the police caused the originals to burn out. We cleaned all the rooms apart from the one the body was in.
I bet Bob enjoyed getting free labor out of you.
Well, it was a better deal for us. We just didn't know it.
Better deal? How so?
Well, the place was basically sealed off, so all there was to clean was a thin layer of dust. Had to take all the books and things he saw no value in for the library. We have the run of the place for our video now.
I should probably cut that part out.
Ah! You were so quiet, I forgot you were with us.
I'll get used to it eventually.
Let me clip this out. Don't say anything important for a minute.
Sorry, I should have paid attention to what I was saying.
You weren't wrong, though. Bob is a man who knows the price of everything and the value of nothing. A bit like your mother, actually.
Please stop comparing Mom to weird things.
Sorry, can't help it. Enjoy thinking about her, even her little flaws.
Have you found anything interesting so far? No, it's all very meticulous and utterly boring. Yeah, I don't think I've ever seen such carefully curated records, even in a textbook. Sorry I dragged you here for such a tedious evening. For some reason I had visions of this going very smoothly. After finding the secret door, I think we all exhausted our amazing experience meters for a while. What a depressing idea, especially since I'm on the start of a new romantic relationship. Oh, I know we haven't known each other very long, but I feel like we're eventually going to be really good friends. I'm going to risk asking, what is it you see in Reggie? Everyone in your friend group seems really surprised by our relationship. Well, I mean, he's really... I don't know how to put it exactly. Rude? Awkward? Arrogant? Is there a word that combines all of those? He always just shows up and helps while being mean to everyone. Like he's everyone's frenemy. Compared to my friends, that's not really abnormal. Really? That seems... unfortunate. I run with a very broken and awkward crowd. I suspect he would be annoyed to hear it, but he fits in rather well. It's so weird. I can't even imagine a group that could just accept him. Well, accepting might be going a bit far. It's more akin to wolves fighting to establish a pack hierarchy. So, like a pecking order? Right. It sounds cooler with wolves. I suppose so. You guys are, like, really into wolves, right? Probably not as much in the way you imagine it, but they do figure prominently in our lives, if I'm honest. That's another thing I don't get. Very seem like people Reggie would make fun of viciously. Well, it's difficult. It's different when you meet us face to face. We make for an easy target, but we also excel at corrupting people, because we're very... how should I put it? Passionate about a great many things. You and Thomas are a thing, right? Why would you think that? The flirting, the way you look at each other, body language. Shall I go on? No. I wouldn't insult your intelligence by denying it. I just didn't think it was that obvious. It might not be to your average dense male, but I can see it even through my bangs. You've been pretty serious for a while now. But why do you ask? Well, he used to run around with Pat Martingale, and she has a very, shall we say, corruptive presence. Martingale. Wait, you mean Patricia? As in roulette? I do. He's got quite a history around here. If it's new and nerdy, she's always the first to find it. Role-playing, collectible card games, Pokemon, Harry Potter, you name it, he's tried it. That includes the furry community. Plus, there's a trail of broken-hearted nerds in her wake. What does that have to do with Thomas? I suspect your significant other was tainted by Patty in his formative years, which could mean a lot of fun now if you have an open mind. I guess I do. How open does it need to be? I don't know, but I suppose Reggie has an open mind with me. He seems to adapt quickly when confronted with new ideas. I guess to answer your original question, that's what I saw in him. Even though he was out of his element, he tried something. And I don't know, we kind of clicked somehow, in a way that was different from other men. There wasn't a plan or some ulterior motive. It was like he just sort of accepted me as a whole all at once. And there's a lot of me to accept, so it was nice for a change.
Well, that's about it. As far as I can tell, all of the ventilation systems are in the walls. If there was a way to service them, no one has found it yet. All failed when someone fiddled with the light switches. I don't think it was meant to, but no one can tell for sure.
I've heard of systems running for decades that fail when the power is disrupted. Seems unlikely that these were designed to fail that way. It was just left running and ran until the system was taken off balance. I'm not sure how it could have accounted for power loss, though. And there's no sign of a service door anywhere?
Not on site. Maybe in the sewers or something, but my curiosity ends at waiting in shit. Unless I get paid to do it at least.
Well, if your grandfather had a hand in building this place, then there is a way to repair the system.
Did a hell of a job hiding it then. The little walls are hollow. I checked.
They're thick enough you wouldn't be able to tear it. Can we look at the basements of the connected businesses?
Well, we'll have to ask Bob or maybe one of the proprietors.
Damn, it's a little late for that.
Not necessarily.
So, what did I miss?
Meanwhile,
This isn't going anywhere.
I told you, I only have experience with fiction. Documentaries aren't something I've ever thought of writing.
Come on, T. I know you love unsolved mysteries. You need to tap into that.
Well, I have some DVDs of it. Guess we can look for inspiration in those. Some of the paranormal sets, though.
Oh, that's perfect. The ghost ones have just the right spirit.
You're lucky I'm a pun enthusiast, Neens. Some places that kind of wordplay would get you on unsolved mysteries. Unsolved mysteries really creeped me out as a kid. What about the theme song gets in your head?
It's weird to hear you say that. Don't seem afraid of ghosts and stuff at all.
I'm not anymore. They're looking for them for so long and never finding anything even remotely like evidence. I got over it. When we go looking now, I'm worried about drifters, property owners, and cops, which are verifiable threats. That said, I still get creeped out by a well-told ghost story, and kind of hope it's real.
Ghosts or not, I had a real adventure last time. If you don't bring me next time, I'll be another real threat to your life.
I'm sure we invited you more than once.
Well, somebody has to be at the store. These books don't sell themselves. Plus books don't read themselves.
Audiobooks do. All I'm saying is, it's not like we didn't try. We didn't even invite Reggie. He just showed up.
I discovered a decades-old secret. I would read that book, Thomas. I would read the hell out of it.
Well, after we make this fucking documentary, we can start on that.
Why are you dragging your feet on this so much? This is like one of your things.
I don't know. I'm sure we're doing this wrong. The documentary, it feels like the director should be writing it, right? You need a clear vision of what you want to film. You don't have an actual plan. You just started doing stuff at random. And that is a recipe for disaster. We need to sort it out, or it's just gonna end up a waste of time.
Well, why don't you sort it out?
Let's just watch some of this before worrying about that. Meanwhile, back at Roulette's.
Way back in the day, there used to be a bottle milk. They used to bottle milk in here. The hotel used a lot, but since it was right there, it was always fresh. It was a big selling point back then. The basement was used for storage. It was a hand-pulled elevator for getting stuff down. Back in the 40s or something, a guy loaded it up and crushed his head with it. Counting my dad, that's 2 tragic deaths for this part of the building.
I have to say, she doesn't give a person much time to process information.
I think she's just trying to keep herself from processing it too.
I remember reading about a store owner passing away in his shop a few years ago, and realized this was that shop.
It is indeed. Dad killed over right where you're standing.
Did he really?
How sad. I'm just playing. It's actually where Joe's standing.
He was probably just teasing, Joe. Maybe.
Cold spot. sorry, couldn't resist. Got a messed up sense of humor. I mean, he did die there, but people's reactions when I tell them are hilarious.
You'd have gone along with my father. He enjoyed gallows humor too.
What can I say? It's dying art. I was in here for a few hours and nobody told me any of this.
Or make you feel any better, no one holding a camera has ever been hurt by a ghost, as they don't exist.
Okay, this elevator is ancient, but it's also very sturdy. It won't drop fast unless it's got a lot of weight on it. Way more than the 4 of us. Put your hands near the moving bits. There's no railings, so stand steady. If you do manage to fall off, somehow it's only 5 feet to the floor, but it won't be a soft landing. Everybody ready? Okay. While I'm thinking of it, keep your eyes out for spiders. We spray for bugs, but sometimes we got recluses down there. Feel bad if you get bit. Management accepts no responsibility for injuries sustained on the tour.
Well, that really fills me with confidence.
Here we are. Mind your step.
Ceiling is really low. This is more like half a basement.
Yeah, it's about 7 feet high. Doesn't bother me much, but it really bugs tall people. Why is this wall all dark and weird? The restaurant on the other side of the wall has its grill there. Grease has been seeping in the concrete for decades.
I'm gonna have to look that up, but I'm pretty certain that it has to be a code violation. Very gross code violation.
Let me save you the trouble. I asked about it when I took over the spot. 40 years ago, they resealed the grill upstairs and brought things up to code. That's a solid slab of concrete that runs the length of the building, so they decided to leave it be. It doesn't touch water or food anyway, so it's not a hazard. That said, don't lick it. I wouldn't touch it either, just to be on the safe side.
Not much of a chance of being a fire hazard and a totally concrete foundation as well. I can see the logic of leaving it alone.
I guess no one was too worried. Section of wall got replaced. This section of wall got replaced, but they left the wall of slime alone. I would too. It has a menacing aura.
Yes, this is clearly new concrete, and it's of much higher quality.
It must be part of the bunker.
Yes, most likely. Wasn't poured. This was slid into place. See the seam line?
It's precise.
I think you could slide a paper through it. Maybe, but if there's a mechanism to make it move, I can't detect it.
It doesn't make sense. Why not seal it if it's not meant to be moved?
Why indeed?
There's no give at all as far as I can tell.
Well, there's some kind of maybe there's some kind of latching mechanism. Let's try this.
Damn it! It's stuck. Can't shift it at all. Was it a credit card?
Worse, punch card for a free sandwich. And there's only one spot left.
A tragedy!
This makes no sense. Why make a back door you can't open?
Probably not a back door.
Why do you say that?
The elevator. There's nothing but dirt under this building. You had to get it out somehow, right?
Of course. That's how they got it out without people noticing.
Good news! I got 75% of my card back.
Awesome, now you can get most of a sandwich.
Alright. I think we can read a couple more pages, see if it transitions to a different scene, and then we'll call it there.
I don't think there's anything more we can do here. We don't have any way to move that block, or even a way to tell if it can be moved.
I agree. Unless we need permission from Bob at the very least. Maybe the girls have found something in the records. Let's head back. Thank you for your time, Patricia.
Please, call me Roulette. Patricia was my father's name.
Was it really?
No, it was Harold. I just always wanted to say that. You know, a lot of stores on Main Street have old tunnels that lead to the hotel. I know for a fact the ice cream place on the corner has one. It's sealed up, but you might find some clues. Of course, you have to talk to the owners and stuff.
Fortunately, I don't think I'll be able to keep playing detective. Much as I'd like to know if my father had a hand on all this, tomorrow I have to go back to work.
Yeah, it's no good wasting your life trying to figure out your dad. Chasing his ghost around. I know that all too well.
These intriguing stories all need one final clue. One final piece of information before they can be solved. Perhaps someone watching tonight can help. Perhaps it's you. Join me. You may be able to help solve a mystery.
When I was little, I always wanted to help solve a mystery. I wonder what it feels like. Maybe you could tell me, Thomas. What's it like to help solve a decades-old mystery?
You're never going to let this go, are you?
In the fullness of time, when I'm speaking at your funeral, I'm bringing this up.
Looking forward to it.
It's weird, though. Even though I know I'm safe here, the horror of this show spooks me. I don't believe in ghosts or anything, but I'm still a little scared.
It's to me too. I don't believe in any of this junk. Some things are just hardwired to trigger our lizard brains.
Now, my little brain is a little scared, so I'm gonna hide under my blankie and scooch closer to you. What'd you do if you saw a ghost?
I'm not sure anymore. Probably think I was having a stroke. I said we would like transition scenes. Whoops. I'll finish this page.
You wouldn't be scared or excited?
I don't know. On some level, the paranormal has been ruined for me. If it actually happened, I'm not sure I would recognize it.
I think I would scream crying with myself. Not necessarily in that order.
It's important to be flexible in the moment. There we go. Now we can transition to here. Hooah. Jeez. Thank you all so much for being here. And tomorrow we will be doing a chill gaming stream where I am probably going to be playing whatever the fuck I feel like. More than likely Warframe, maybe Elden Ring, and the adventures of this bitch. My latest Elden Ring character. But we'll see. We'll see what the day brings us. Let's go ahead and see who we can raid into. Who is online tonight? There's a lot of people online. Ooh, Tome is online. We could raid into Tome. Tome is awesome, people. Let's see. Oh, it looks like he's rigging a new model for Minerva. That's sick. Yeah, sure, why not? We'll raid into the Hidden Tome. Raid Hidden. Whoop. Hidden _ Tome, I believe. There we go. Yep, that'll do it. Thank you everybody for being here. If indeed you still are, tell the people you love that you love them. Give them a hug. Like I said, tomorrow we'll be doing just a chill gaming stream just to rest my voice so I'm not just constantly doing voices and running myself ragged. And then later in the week we'll just have more plans and I'll just give them out as we go. Thank you all so much for being here. Our raid message never changes. It's get appreciated, nerd, with whatever emotes you happen to want to use. Bye-bye. Bye, Jackie. Always a pleasure to have you here while I read your comic. It's always enjoyable. Yeah. Take your meds, get up, stretch, grab some food if you need it. I know I'm gonna do that. And yeah, hope to see you all again real soon. But until then, bye. I'm a delight. You are, Jackie.